8:30 on the dot. Okay. And we're live.
Okay. Okay. We're live. Let's do it.
I'm actually going to restart my playlist. For anyone
Are you?
that, like music-wise. I'm sorry, Blade, but I'm becoming a fan of country right now.
Are you? Oh my
A
God.
little bit. Just one artist, though. Zach Bryan. Zach Bryan.
Okay. I
Zach
can ruin
Bryan.
it all for you.
No, don't even start. No. I am starting to like country. Okay?
Oh
And keep in mind,
man.
if you just listen to like 2 or 3 country artists, you don't realize that they all sound the same. Okay? Just focus on 2 or 3 and then don't
They
go
all have
anywhere
the same
else.
beat.
That
They all.
a lot of them do. I won't deny that a lot of them do, but I'm telling you now, you choose 3 and then you slowly like adapt into that 3 and find more because this guy's voice is amazing. Okay, I don't care what you say, Blade.
Don't get me wrong. There are some country singers I do like. You
Yes,
know, I like Hank Williams Jr. I like
I've never
Charlie
heard of him, but I'm going to
Daniels.
be looking him up.
Oh, look up Hank Williams Jr. Yep, he's awesome. He's got some really good old country songs.
Yeah. All right. So, update news. We're going to actually skip that one. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is going to be the one that we're going to be focusing on first. Would you like links real fast to what we're going to be opening up real quick?
Um,
The first one, I'll drop a link on Discord for you.
yeah, it'd
There you
probably
go.
help. Yeah.
I'll just drop the links to you as we go over the pages, and
Okay.
then we'll go from there. We'll do it that way, making it a bit easier to edit.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
So Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys got
Valentine's.
someone
Happy
you're gonna be.
Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah,
Hope you got a loved
you
one
got.
to care about.
Blade certainly does.
Yes, I do.
He was mentioning before we started the stream that he was actually waking up throughout the night worried that he was going to be rolling on his wife's arm. She is healing right now after surgery. Would you like to share that, or would you like to keep it private?
Oh man, dude, I looked at she got the splint. She went to the doctor yesterday. She got the splint off, and they put a 3/4 cast on that she can remove so she can take showers and stuff. Um, I thought it was like a 6-inch incision. No, this is like an 8-inch incision. It goes from about her mid forearm all the way past her elbow and up the back of her arm about 3 inches. I mean, I mean they laid that baby open.
Yeah. So
But
like, wait.
but
Okay.
she's doing really really good though. I mean,
Well,
so they got her
that's
doing they got her doing some exercises and stuff, and
yeah. That's good to
she's
hear.
got yep all of her feeling. She's got all of her feeling back in her hand again. She's I mean for 20 years she couldn't really she had numbness in her bottom 2 fingers, and that's all gone now. So yeah, we're really excited.
Good.
I'm glad it
Okay.
went well.
Well, did you get the Valentine's Day open?
I did.
Okay. Valentine's Day daily XP bonuses plus offers. I wonder what the offers are going to be like. February 13th, they did release this a day earlier, but we're going to be going over everything from the past to now. So we have a couple of things to go over. We might play the video at the transfer coming over and then do some comparison shots as well. But primarily, this is like my experience on PC because I've been playing on PC. Blade yesterday actually spent 3 hours watching me play on PC, just streaming over Discord. And thing is, I
Yep.
will never stream PC. And the number one reason why is because I play on a display that's 21:9. So right now, what you guys see on this display, you don't see this. I can tap here and expand my YouTube chat out. Other than that, I can actually see this, but it's outside of view for you guys. So this is a 1080p point of view, and it's different for me because of the way I have this set up right now. So yeah, I will not
Oh,
be streaming
speaking
PC.
of the lovely one, she just walked in. Let me get her some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay, then I'll go over this, and then I'll bring you back up to date once you're back.
Alrighty.
Okay. You dud. Waiting on Wargaming to finish maintenance. I know, same here. It's supposed to be ending in 26 minutes. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna start at 6:30 MST and go from there. So let's hit up these updates. For the Valentine's Day, spread the love with daily XP bonuses, boosters. You are the core of your tank. Its heart, shall we say. That's so cheesy. I love it. And what better way to show your machine the love it deserves than by following your passion onto the battlefield? That's right. And remember this, each time you get behind somebody, you're trying to get through the rear. It's a lovely time, isn't it? Okay. Make the most of your daily three times vehicle XP bonus on your first win to make some serious progress in your tech tree lines. The gear up to break some hearts. Gear up to break some hearts. This is just cheesy. I love it. The discounted theme bundles below. So we're going to be looking at some bundles that are going to be throwing out. It's going to be nice. Oh, look at this. It's a little... some chocolate tanks. I'd like one of those for Valentine's Day. Blade! Where's my chocolate tanks?
I don't know. Where are your chocolate tanks?
Okay. All premium vehicle bundles purchased from the store come with their own vehicle slots and a mix of standard and premium ammo. If you want to send any of the bundles below as a gift, make sure that you and the receiver are friends on both your device and in the game. Sadly, they still have not added the ability to gift to PlayStation yet, and that is something that does suck because I enjoyed it, and I just realized how zoomed in we actually are. I'm actually using OBS to read over this. So the 3D Commander's back, Carmela, along with the Soviet Tier 4 Valentine. This thing is actually Pref Matchmaking. It only plays in Tier 4, so if you guys do want to get that, it will never see a Tier 5. So that's probably a decent deal right there. Love is in the air. Be mine. You are acceptable inscription. And then True Love Emblem. This one's brand new. I actually don't know if we had this one last year, but I know that we had the Hub of Hearts and then the Go Away coming up right here. Go Away Emblem. I know that we had these ones. And that's it for the Valentine's Day. That's a really short thing that they added. I think that Carmela is going to be pretty cool to have for anyone that wants to go ahead and get a 3D Commander. So let's go ahead and jump into the update notes for February 14th and go over this. So in about, I don't know, anyone catching this live in 23 minutes, we're going to be getting hit with a decent sized update. Xbox One, we're going to be looking at 1.98 gigabytes. Xbox Series X, 1.2. PlayStation 4, we're looking at 1.93. Same, oh, it's actually a bit less than the Xbox One. And then over in PlayStation 5, 1.18. So not too bad. Oh, wow. Their website's always been super jumpy. That one's skyrocketing. All right, so Valent season launch. Did I say that right? I'm pretty sure. I hope so.
I think so.
I think it did. All right. The Valent season picks up where Allegiance left off. So I don't know if we had a story, but whatever. With a continued focus on improving your experience both off and on and off the battlefield. This season is packed with improvements, the game's HUD, garage, and SPG matchmaking. In addition, we've added garage swap features that we hope you enjoy as much as we do. We hope you join us on the journey as we focus on our resolution for this year. Keep an eye out for the announcements later this week as we kickstart our year-long resolution event. Hopefully their New Year's resolution is as straightforward as mine is, which is to try and lose like 20 pounds. So I'm not saying I'm fat. I'm just saying that I miss my high school weight, okay? Blade?
Oh, hi.
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay, he's back.
Sorry, I was...
Speaking of being back, this season is back to the normal 8-week cycle. No,
Is that right?
So does anyone like 8-week cycles for season passes? It feels like a lot of time.
Right.
Okay, so we've adjusted the following changes. Recurring challenge XP requires 4,500 rather than 4,000. Good. Because being able to complete the season pass in a week is ridiculous. Just saying.
Yes, I just did that.
Yeah.
I did it, and
well, you also
really,
had all
I
the
will-
challenges stacked up prior. Okay.
Right.
So, and the thing is that the challenges don't actually reset. So if you have 3 challenges, it's like do 40,000 damage. If you do 300 damage, that 300 damage applies to all 3 of those at the exact
All three of
same
them.
moment.
Yep.
It's not like
Yep.
you must complete this one first to unlock the next one.
Right.
So it's like
Don't
if
give
you,
them no ideas, man.
oh, I'm giving them ideas because if they're going to be doing season passes, do them right. Don't just make it to where people can buy the season pass like a week before it ends and complete it in 3 days.
Right.
Not kidding. If you guys want to buy the season pass of the last week, you can complete it in 3 days. Well, three
Yeah.
days if you're playing 8 hours a day.
Right.
So I mean, that's
And
kind of,
I was playing 2.5 hours a day, and I did it in like 5 or 6 days. So yeah, it takes. I mean, if you just played a straight 10 hours, you could probably do it in a straight 10 hours.
yeah. That also depends on like if you're getting the damage, you're getting the assist, you're getting what you want to do, or you're
Right.
playing the 30 matches and tank destroyers that they want you to do. Which Blade has complained multiple times that that's a stupid challenge,
Yep,
and I
I
don't
agree.
disagree.
Because I don't play light tanks. I don't even have light tanks. I got a
Yeah,
few of
Blade
them, but I mean,
struggles with light tanks. I blame it on his
I,
old age. Old
I,
age.
I old age.
You know
Well,
what?
I mean, it's
Leave my speech alone, Blade.
actually, I think I could play a light tank if I really wanted to and be a spotter or something like that. I think I could do that pretty decently if I really wanted to.
I
I
think
just
you'd pull
don't.
out a bush and then be like, "Oh no, I need to back up," and then get spotted and died.
No, it wouldn't be the. No, I'm better than that. I did some really good spotting in my mediums. Don't don't get it wrong, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but your mediums have armor.
Yeah, but I didn't get shot either.
Okay, okay. We
I got
we
away
will
without getting
agree to
shot.
disagree.
Okay, as
Okay.
long as yeah.
All right, so let's get back to the
Fight
update
me.
because there's a lot of update to go over, Blade. Okay, weekly challenges. Points 4 to 5. Okay, so 4 to 5. So they decrease the amount of points that. Oh, for the weekly challenges. Okay, for the following damage modules in 40 battles, block 60 shots. That's going to be simple if you play super heavies. Penetrate 225. That reminds me. Can you play any tier? You could probably like get that penetrated shots in like literally a single match in tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things that I'm actually excited for is garage improvements. Upon logging into the game, you may notice a new or old garage. So let's introduce you to the first new features of the garage swap. There are now 2 garage options for players to choose from. You can change your garage through the game by going to the start menu, garage options. That is really nice to see, and they even have a little bit of a display here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the zoom in. That is a whoa. Maybe I'm zoomed in a little bit too much, but there we go.
Whoa.
Just
Back that up.
whoa. Just back it up a little bit. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, select the garage. So we're gonna have the old garage, which is the full 3D aspect, where you can rotate around the garage and be able to look at it in a 3D form, rather than just spinning your tank in circles. So yeah, I'm a little bit excited about that because the old garage, in my opinion, looked better. We don't have NPCs that are like on repeat walking cycles. So, and that gets annoying too, looking at that. Okay.
Yep, I agree. I like it
There are
too.
slight differences between the garage options as outlined below. The first top garage shown below indoor. This is a 3D garage where the tank and commander are static, and you rotate the camera around the vehicle, giving you a full 360-degree view of the space, of this space, or the space, this space. I guess it doesn't matter which one you choose to use for that. You have 3 different zoom levels that you can cycle through by clicking down on the right thumbstick. To hide the HUD, press and hold the right thumbstick down. This is nice right here. This is actually a really cool feature improvement that they're adding in, so you can zoom in and out. For content creators, it's gonna be nice because you can get a screenshot in the garage if you're lazy and don't want to go into a replay. Just saying. This is the default garage, so the 3D garage will be the default garage. That is nice to see. The second garage, shown below, outdoor. Okay, shown below. Okay, so this is the first one, and then this is the second one. So let's not get that mixed up just yet. You do not have any zoom options to hide the UI. Just press and hold the right thumbstick down. While beforehand it was just a click. That's all you had to do. So now you have to press and hold. So they're making the universal sequence across both. That's nice to see.
Yep.
There's the 3D garage. And then here's the old garage that not a lot of people were happy with. And it means that there's a lot more work for them as well. So if whenever a new season comes out or like an event comes on, if both garages kind of look like a little bit of a rework from the year prior, that makes sense. It's understandable. I'm completely okay with that. because they now have 2 garages to do and only 1 team working on it. So if they have to reuse some stuff, that's completely fine in my opinion. All right. In addition to the garage swap feature, we've also made various improvements to the garage UI, so user interface. This is really cool to see. Tank stat panel. Alrighty. Added a large tank experience bar that also displays the XP values. This replaces the XP display previously on the tank reel. REEL. My brain's dead. For elite or premium vehicles, this display the amount of convertible XP. The real tank card. I'm done. Blade, you read it.
What?
Never mind. All right. Update the various elements, locations, and moved the loadout button prompt above the reel for visibility. Remove the remove the buy slot reel card. I'm sorry. They could have called it like a rel card. Okay.
Right?
Leave me alone. Because that's what it was. It was like a bar or a rel, like right at the very top, and it would have made sense if they just said rel. So there's that. Okay, additional improvements. Unified the font style and sizes of various text within the garage. That's nice because we had a lot of really weird stuff going on with some things like, I think the E75TS, like the E was tiny and everything else is huge. I mean, it wasn't like a big deal, but it was just like, all right, that's off. That looks funny.
It just didn't look right.
Yeah, it didn't.
More aesthetics than anything.
Commander display. The commander display now shows the amount of banked convertible XP. Commander XP. I don't know why, because a lot of people usually just convert off of tanks. I've never tried to convert off of a commander before. Additional improvements: unified the font style, various text sizes.
Doesn't that convert for
color,
commanders?
Treatment and various UI elements throughout the garage. So let's take a look right here. Let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and jump in the desktop view real quick and then full screen this. So I would say I like the coloring that's on here, and then the way that the garage looks right now. This looks like an actual screenshot rather than just, hopefully this is... All right, so the T127 looking at a premium tank. I think it's got some equipment on it. 9,129. What is this number right here? Is this what they were talking about? That's a little bit weird to see.
Is that tank commander? Is that how much did... I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to see whenever we get in the game to find out.
I'm not sure what that is. Because it's not hit points. It's...
Yeah. Okay, so HUD improvements. I actually, the other day, was it Sunday? Or was it Monday? It was Sunday, because Monday was the day with the It was Sunday. Sunday, I got angry.
Sunday.
I got really angry because I looked at the video that they did, and then they were talking about like HUD improvements, but we haven't seen them yet. And from what they're talking about, the old HUD style that you can now equip, we have a lot of unused space on the screen. And having a map at the top left, which was the default after 6.0, was obnoxious because that is an area you use for point of view. Okay.
Yep.
And point of view is like, that's what you use to see around you. Having something in the way takes away from how you should be playing the game. Along with that, there was, what was the other thing I talked about? Unused corners. So we can actually move the map to the bottom right corner and literally like align it with the bottom right corner. And one of the examples I gave with this to Blade was the screenshot here that I'm going to be showing, but I can't use this on OBS. I have to go through this rather than full screening it prior, because this is I play in a 21 21 by 9. I already mentioned that. I play in an ultra wide widescreen whenever I play World of Tanks and PC. And the way that the map is on the bottom right, how it's actually fully on the right side, the bottom right, and it takes up, you cannot see through it at all. You can make it transparent in PC if you want, but I don't because I play in an ultra wide. But if I played in like a 16 by 9, I would actually make it slightly transparent, be able to see through it. On the bottom left, we have the tank icon. It's fully pushed down to the bottom left. So there's no unused space there. That way you have complete field of view of what's in front of you and who you're going against. That way you know what's going on. And instead of having stuff that's like slightly in the way and covering areas that you should be able to see into. So that's kind of what I expect out of games, especially AAA titles or even AA titles. Currently, World of Tanks is considered a AA title for how they keep it up, and it's a live service game, so they want to make user experience one of the biggest focuses. To me, this is a big thing that console should be taking into consideration for how this is set up. Keep in mind, this isn't an ultra wide. That's why it looks different, it's why it's compressed, and why it's on my game overlay, and it's a little bit weird.
I
So,
wish console had set theirs up like this.
I know it would look way better. Okay, so speaking of the HUD improvements, in a continued effort to improve the HUD, we have made two major improvements this season. First, we removed the target tracker box. So, by target tracker box, was this the one that would pop up on the top left where the map wasn't whenever you locked onto an enemy? Because I got annoyed at the fact that we had two displays of an enemy's HP and name. You know, like whenever you zoomed in on a tank, it tells you what tank it is, or it says the name of the guy,
Right.
and then it says their HP. But then you also had one at the top left that popped up, or bottom right, depending on where you have your map located, and it popped up.
Right.
To me, that was just a wasted effort because I never used that top
Yeah,
left.
it
It
was
required
redundant.
you to look that way and keep track of it. And trying to use it, I actually performed worse every once in a while, taking a glance at it whenever you see a tank get damaged to see if, like, oh, if the ammo racks hit, and watch if it got repaired, then you know they already used a repair kit. Now it's time to focus out the tracks. You know, that's kind of how I used it, but it was always, as Blade said, redundant. It was a wasted effort. Eagle Eye back before 6.0 was a lot better because you'd aim at a target for a second and it would pop up saying what was damaged. You know, that way you had an idea if something was damaged, and then you knew what to focus out, or if they popped a repair kit, you knew if they used a repair kit. That way you knew if to focus out the tracks or not. Okay.
Yeah, you used to have to, didn't you have to be, you had to be on them for like 3 seconds before that would pop up though, didn't it?
Yeah, you had to
That
aim at a
was a
target for
command.
quite some time.
That was such,
Your reticle had to physically be on the target for quite some time
right.
before it would pop
Yep.
up. Yeah. It was like, I think a 4-second counter on the time of aiming, which is a long time, but it makes sense. You're evaluating what's damage on the tank by looking at it. You're not just going to get instant response. Okay. And relocated this information on the center of the HUD. So yes, exactly how Eagle Eye used to do it. Next, we updated the colorization of the various elements for consistency and clarity. Communicate your actions. Clarity to communicate your actions. Okay. Target tracker box. This was the information that would appear in the box in the center corner of the HUD. When you aimed at a tank, that showed up in the tank tier, player name, tank name, health, and module stats. A lot of this information was duplicated. Yes, duplicated information that already appeared above the tank that you were aiming at, causing the display to be unutilized during battle. And this is something that I mentioned, like the moment that they released it, that we're not going to be using this. It is completely useless to have that second indicator. I remember whenever 6.0 first dropped, that was one of the biggest things I complained about to Blade. And Blade,
it was duplicate information.
Yeah, I talked his ear off about that because it was so stupid.
Annoying.
Okay, annoying's a better word than what I chose to use. Okay. Yeah. So
but we're live.
Whatever. Can't script this one, can I? All right.
Nope.
To address this, we removed the element completely. Thank you. That's something I want to see. And relocated the unique elements to a more centralized location exactly underneath the barrel where you were aiming. That way you don't need to move your eyes. Our eyes only have so much field of view. So whenever you're looking at a monitor, your peripheral vision starts to blur. Okay, for instance, if you're playing on a bigger TV, depending on how far away you're sitting from the TV, will determine how well you play the game. That's why a lot of people who play video games, once you use a monitor, it's very difficult to go back to a TV. And I completely agree with that because a monitor is made in such a way that it's fast reaction time for your eyes and the way that you're tracking things. On a bigger display, there's some things that they will blur out because they're so far away from your centralized point of view. I think it's like a 7-degree view cone before it starts to blur until it starts to rely on shadowing and retina response.
So that's my problem. I'm playing on a TV.
That could be one of your problems, Blade. Literally, that could be one of the biggest things. All right, to address this, we remove the element completely. Lovely. The unique elements to a more centralized location to get you access to this information quickly. Thank you, while maintaining focus on the enemy
Love you too.
that you are engaging. So right here, they don't tell us. Tank tier. This is now displayed above the vehicle you are aimed at. Good. Note, this only applies to World War II mode. Thank you. Cold War does not have a tier display. Module stats. This now displays below the reticle. So the module stats for the targeted tanks is now within your periphery. What? All right, I'm done. Nope, we're going to skip that. My English today is horrid. Colorized HUD elements. Colorized HUD elements? All right. Previously, the HUD elements colors were not consistent, and it was always clear who did what due to sharing the same colors for both enemies and allied actions in the battle. To improve the communications of these actions, we have unified the color of the HUD elements as noted below. Yellow, all actions are related to you and your platoon mates. That's nice. Damage your shots caused. Callouts in the comms feed. Names and tanks in the destroyed tanks feed. So will they appear yellow then? I'm wondering about that. Your team color. All actions are related to your team color. Allied health lost. Callouts in the comms feed. Name and tanks in the destroyed tanks feed. Enemy team color. All actions related. So it's basically just the way it's going to be right here. A little bit of a display.
Okay, so I think what they're saying is that like if you're in a game and there's like 6 platoons in there, each platoon's going to have their own color.
No, I think
So
what
that
it
you know
is that
which platoon's saying what.
no, I don't think the platoons will pop up like that. I don't think they'll have their own individual color. That will be your platoon only will appear yellow. But all of your allies, depending on what color you use, if it's blue or green, their comms will pop up blue or green. And enemies will always pop up red. So it's not like we're going to have multicolors for multiple platoons. And
Right.
looking at the screenshot examples that they have right
But
now.
that would be cool.
But making our color yellow, I don't know if I agree with that or not. That's going to be really weird to see one of your platoon or somebody. Ally losing health from being shot.
We'll find out.
Why is it blue? It should be red. Pershing, damage destroyed modules display. Here we go. So down underneath the reticle, that's nice to see. You can see the tracks are clearly destroyed. I'm actually excited to see a tank that's literally missing half of its health and laughing because we have like 8 things popping up in front of our face, you know. Another thing is
I can't shoot the tank because I can't see because of
I didn't mean to tap my mic.
Modules
So
in front of it.
one more thing that probably no one here thought about is this. Tracks. There are 2 separate health bars for tracks. Okay. You have your left track and you have your right track. I kind of believe that we should have indicators on what track is damaged. So for instance, this image that we see right here, this little track, this should be the left track. And then there should be another one that is considered the right track that is facing the opposite direction. The reason why I say that is so then you know which track to fire at to keep it permanently tracked. That's probably something you guys have never thought about. Or Blade, as a matter of fact. Your tracks are not synced with hit points. It is separated between one has 100 hit points, the other has 100 hit points. If one's damaged, that now has 50, but your right one still has 100 because it hasn't been shot yet. Okay, artillery and SPG matchmaking improvements. Please just get rid of them. Just destroy their freaking damage. Put the reloads back to where they were. Leave the damage the way it is. I'm completely okay with that. I've been playing PC, I'll tell you now. It's beautiful. They're still a threat. It's just that it's obnoxious for how fast they fire. No one wants to verse an equalizer every single game. Okay. We have adjusted the matchmaker for SPGs to limit the number of SPGs per team based on the number of players in the queue. This change should result in players seeing fewer matches with SPGs on a team. Honestly, I don't really feel much of a problem because Blade, like, have we been seeing a lot of SPGs in matchmaking as of recent?
We really haven't.
No,
I was surprised actually.
Yeah.
Actually, in the lower, I think you see them more in the lower tiers, and I think that's because of the rate of fire. They can, I mean, at the lower tiers, they can put a shell out every 4 or 5 seconds. And I see them a lot down there, but I mean, up in the top 10, no, I'm very few.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see them, but it doesn't feel consistent. Like, it's
Yep.
not every single game. I feel like I'm not seeing a lot of tanks, in all honesty. Okay, so SPG limits per team will be as follows. SPG limits for battles for tier 3 to 4. Fewer than 45 players in Q1. 45 more players in Q3. SPGs for tier 5 to 11. Are they adding stuff to Cold War? Is artillery going to Cold War?
I don't know.
5 to 11. This might be something saying that SPGs are coming to Cold War. Fewer than 100 players in Q2. 100 more players in Q3. Great. So at peak times that we play, we'll be seeing 3. Note, we will monitor this change as it goes live to ensure that we are seeing the intended results. Good. Tank balancing updates. Nice. 430 added a new 122 millimeter gun option. I have a problem with that because the 430 has a 100 millimeter with really good heat pin. Not to mention, it has been buffed a total of 2 times, and it is an absolute beast. Adding a 122 now gives it the ability to overmatch 40 millimeter plates, while beforehand it did not. So I'm a little bit against that. Cold War. We're not going to open this. Just kidding. We're going over the updates, so we're going to be going over it anyways for people that do play Cold War. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Cold War. I don't like it. But tank balance update for the 430, I do not believe I own the tank, but I will buy it and we will try out that 122. 4005 stage 257 Rolls-Royce Griffin engine. So reverse speed from 14.5 to 22.5. Nice to see. G.I. Joe Mahler. If you guys want to pause this, for if you're catching it after or during the stream, you guys can pause this and then go over it yourself. I'm not a big fan of these Cold War. I'm not going to sit here and read over a giant update list because this seems like it's kind of big.
Yeah, it does look pretty big. Wow.
It's like, yeah, it's huge.
That's a lot of updates.
Yeah. You watching the stream right now too?
Yes, I am. Makes it easier for me to follow you.
Probably does.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Holy crap. And because it's Cold War, I actually have no idea, like, any of these changes, because I don't play it. Sorry for anyone that's a big fan of Cold War. I don't support it. In my opinion, it's not World of Tanks. It's a different game.
It should be a separate game.
Yeah.
It should be a game all its own.
Dun, 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 dun,
And
dun.
to me, Cold War is just World War II with more hit points.
Wow, look at this armor increase on the M103A2. That is a lot of armor.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah.
That's some big increases there too. And
Yeah, that's huge.
Some of them were as much as 40 millimeters. A lot of increase.
So an example of like a 40 millimeter buff, imagine taking the LT432, which is a tier 8 light tank, and increasing all of its armor by 40 millimeters. It would be better than most tier 8 heavies.
Right?
Just saying.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, like a 20 millimeter buff, even then, that's still a lot of extra armor on a tank.
Wow.
And Michael Wells, does it annoy you? A little bit. A little bit. Sorry, it took me forever to reply to your comment.
This is like a
huge list. Giant.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
a
like
lot of buffs.
This is like a 6.0. Remember when it was 0.0 first came out? Like we had that huge buff list, and then the E4 was on there, and it was like broken.
Right.
I remember that. I still complain about it 2 years later.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of fun going through timestamps on this because I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream and timestamp all this. Or unless, Lance, if you're still here, would you like to timestamp stuff continuing forward? And I'll pin your comment, and then I'll comment underneath your comment with everything prior. You know what, Blade? I might have you do that.
Do what?
Timestamp
Timestamp
stuff. Yeah,
stuff? Oh
timestamp
no, you
stuff.
don't want me doing that.
You just have to open up like in Discord, you just write down like whatever you see on stream, like 22 point, 22, 24, like you just put in 22, 24. I'm in a game. That's no problem, Corporal. It's cool. Michael, we will check that out here in a minute.
Um,
Wow, big damage
yeah,
increase.
because you
on
have
that
to
120.
understand. For me to do that, I have to switch back and forth between.
Just get monitors, Blade. Get monitors. I'm telling you now.
It's
No
in
problem,
I'm
Corporal.
sitting in my living room, man.
I'm very aware, okay? I will
I don't
buy
have
you.
anywhere to put a monitor in my living room.
I will buy you like monitor arms and fly down to where you live and install them, okay? Like we will hang the stuff from the ceiling.
I mean, my television's wall mounted. It's a, it's a 62-inch television.
Hold on. Can you see if they needed the
I'm
4005
also
in Cold
sitting
War
about.
as a COP?
I'm also sitting about 14 feet away from
Depending
it
on the
too.
reload, I don't know. 4005 in Cold War doesn't seem like it'd be that powerful, but with True Vision, I think it would be kind of overkill.
God, are you still going through the updates?
It's
Holy
huge,
cow, dude.
It's gigantic. I'm sorry, Blade. I can't scroll through it
Wow.
fast enough. You got to be able to make sure it's not blurry. People can see it.
Right. I
You know?
understand. I understand.
This thing's huge. For crying out loud, like like should have we just started the focus on one of our subjects now? God.
Well, I mean, holy bejesus.
Map updates, finally, there it is. Oh my God. The Cold
Have
War.
you reached the end?
I have.
Wow. That only took 5 minutes.
I feel bad for Slap because he's probably going to go over that whole thing. It's going to be like a 30-minute video.
Oh, yes, he plays Cold War.
He does. He's probably going to go over the whole thing and be like, holy crap. All right, so let's do this. Map updates. Hafaya Pass. This map sucks. Has been removed from the World War II map pool due to poor gameplay. Thank you. That
Which
map
one's that?
sucked. The one that was so big that they literally could have
Oh.
split it into 2 different maps.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
like I complained about that during the map testing phases. I mentioned it in the Discord saying that the map's too big for Cold War. Even the original version that was on PlayStation before it ever came to Xbox was too big. People complained about it. I still have recordings of like when Encounter Battle was on it, the encounter placement was in the worst possible spot that if you were at the bottom right corner, you were unable to make it there. Period. No matter how fast your tank was, because it took like 3 minutes to drive around that map. That's how big it was.
Yep.
And the combat on it, it was horrible.
They just removed the map.
You're cutting out a little bit. New players will no longer be restricted to 2 maps in tier 3. They were restricted. That's one way to make people not interested in playing the game. And Air 1 will now see the normal maps in rotation. Okay. Remove the assault game modes for the following maps. Lanovka, Steppes, Helberon, Alamein, Vineyards, Pearl River. That's nice to see. Pearl River, I hear, was really overpowered. Cold War mode. Helberon, Alamein, Canis, KO Bang, and Fredvang. Other improvements.
I can reset my headset. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. Other improvements. Spectator mode. This is something that I'm a little bit excited to see. While in spectator mode, the team's tracers and camo colors will now be based on the selected team color. Nice to see that. So this is pretty much going to be like whenever you're doing spectating over comp. When the tank is spotted, the player's name in the tank changes to yellow. That might be a little bit weird depending on how it's implemented to the game. It's going to be on both sides or not. The missile launcher on the Arctic Hiss and BMP2 now visually pitch up. Okay. Updated to the latest version of the Vivox voice chat service. Sadly, We have something called Xbox Live Parties and Discord chat. I doubt that a lot of people will be using anything in relations to this unless they're playing in comp and they have mixed platforms for competition matches. That's kind of where I see this going to be beneficial. Start stats panel now displays the selected vehicle's nation affiliation flag. Okay, audio improvements improved. VO randomization. What is VO? The VO randomization has been improved to cycling through the VO lines available for that action before using the same line again. Okay. Added audio when a ribbon is earned. So we already have XP that we hear whenever it goes off. It's like a little ka-ching each time you hear it. Adjusted the position for missile distance indicator to show that it is not obstructed by the reticle. Updated game mode icons. World War II, Cold War. Training missions, custom games. Nice to see that. Added 2 new emblems. Added 2 new commander skins. So more skins, more paid skins at that.
You know,
For
it's all
male
about
and
making
female.
that money.
It is. Issues addressed. Address an issue with the suspended resume function for PlayStation consoles. Address various issues with both bots and air-filled. So playing Cold War, there was a couple of bots on, I can't remember what map it was, but it was hilarious because during the time I was watching Dr. Rogers. And so I was sitting there like, oh, his brain's like baked potato. He don't know what's going on. You see him? He look left. A squirrel. You know, and it was just the group I was playing with, they were giggling at it because the bot was so dumb that he just sat in one spot until someone jumped on the base. And he was fine. They're like, oh, I should move. Because like beforehand, you used to be able to tell bots follow me and they would follow you, but they removed that feature, which is kind of dumb. Like having a bot come with you, at least you had another bullet sponge with you. All right, ammo display no longer appears after exiting the overview map for destroyed players. So yeah, this pretty much like a lot of spectator mode. That's really cool to see they're doing it. Customized flags now display the correct discount tags. Nice to see that. Expert medals adjusted to text descriptions to be easier to read. Good. A couple of those were really tiny, especially on a 27-inch monitor. Favorite tanks are no longer reset after closing the game while the tank is still in a match. That was an issue? Gun stabilizer
I don't do a list of favorites.
Yeah, see, I use favorites for whenever like I'm doing reviews, and then I like remove the favorites after that, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, like comparison tanks, and that would be about it. Corrected description to match its function for gun stabilizer equipment. Impacted stats reflect the bonus provided. That is nice to see that now the module viewer will be updated, hopefully. Updated collisions for specific buildings found on desert maps, so it correctly gets destroyed when shot. That's nice to see. I had a couple issues with that. You had these high explosives because it's like you hit a wall that wasn't there, but it was there. And that one was really annoying. You know, like whenever you shoot a building and it's like you hit a structure in front of it that was invincible. So you had to load a high explosive to use the splash radius to destroy the building behind it.
Yep.
That was kind of obnoxious on a couple of them. And Hafaya Pass that was removed, there was 2 buildings on that map they had to use HE to destroy. If you weren't loading HE, it would not be destroyed. Platoon UI. Now updates correctly when backing out of the queue. Nice. So, you know how we could lock people instead of queue whenever we would select tanks, and then we'd unselect ours and they'd saw they're selected?
Right.
Yeah. Premium tanks names now display in gold. That might be a problem, depending on how the UI is put together. I actually think we saw some screenshots on that. It might not look too bad, depending on the gold colors we have in between the premiums and the background color. So, all right. Plays up to tier displays no longer disappear upon exiting the filter menu. That is nice to see because we did have a problem there. They did try to add a couple things in to fix that. A couple of them were lackluster, I guess is the best way to describe it. But hopefully things get pitched up a bit better, you know. Remove the tank earn rates from the tank's text description, as this information is now displayed within the detailed stats for the vehicle. Nice. This is nice to see right here. Yeah, because right here, you actually had to open the vehicle on some tanks and then go to module viewer and scroll all the way down to see the bonuses, or you had to do like an extra step, go to the website, look at it from there, and it was just tedious to do that.
Yep. And some of them didn't
Replay.
display at all.
Yeah. Replay. Toggling sniper view now only works while observing a tank. Cool. I've been using replay a lot. I actually want to do videos on the replay system because my goal is to try and get them to update that replay system to make it a lot better. That way, if someone has a good match, I'm able to stop and be like, hey, I want to see that match. Can you tell me what the link is for it? And then jump in and then, like go over their match and actually show it off. Because I think that's a really cool concept. Replay, toggling sniper view. All right, so observing. Ribbons and effective efficiency display no longer disappear after death. It only took them 2 months to fix this, but
Right. It wasn't a priority.
It was. I mean, it really wasn't, in my opinion, because it made it to where you can't stop and like call somebody out for only doing so much. If anything, having it display for everyone takes away from it, and it makes it to where like people, they get angry whenever they see someone not doing something. Personally, I think having this in the game is toxic, and it should be removed and only available for the person that's playing at the time until you see the stat screen. That way you can't stop and like complain.
But maybe it would keep people from messaging the wrong person and yelled at him for not doing anything.
Cheater.
Right.
Do you want my mommy's number? Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny. I'm not going to lie. Stat panels now reflect the concealment bonuses provided by the smoke screen consumable. Too bad that only works for 10 seconds and hits a like 2-minute cooldown after use, though. Adjustments to sniper cameras prevent clipping issues with the hull and objects for the following tanks. Astron Rex 105. My first match inside this, I actually did see a couple of problems with that. But nothing too bad. Dude, my first match in that Astron blade, that was a really nasty match. 8 kills, 5,300 damage. Yeah, that was gross. Yeah. And I'm not going to deny it. I was loading full premium. The reload's too long to care. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, there is that. Oh, there are some tanks that I
are you kidding me?
Premiums on them.
Oh, well, there's more removing premium buffs. This is essentially a nerf. So Tiger 1, T-95V6, main battle tank 70, and M1A2 Abrams. And then the AMX-13SS. Is this a Cold War? Fix an issue that where the ammo count display was incorrect when switching between weapons. And then the Chafiar 4 removed access to the advanced reloader equipment. Since they're removing this access, I would like to see them add a perk called Intuition. That way, if we're fully loaded, we can swap shells effectively and remove the equipment. Remove the equipment, make it a perk. Make Sixth Sense a permanent feature to the game, and I will be happy then.
Yep, I agree. That would be awesome.
Charlemagne. The correct track is now destroyed instead of the opposite one.
I had that happen the other day.
It pulls around corner, gets shot in the left track. Left track's completely fine. Your right track's off. How?
Yep, exactly. The track that came off was the one behind the wall.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. E50 corrected the tank image on the reel to match the size of other tanks icons. I never noticed this, and I played the E50 quite a bit. Fangula AE Phase 1. Turret no longer visually... Okay, this is funny. So the Fangula and the AE Phase 1.
Of that,
I do have screenshots of that one. I was laughing because me and Blade were playing it because we talked about the buff. And I looked over at him like, oh, are you kidding me? Blade, your turret's gone. I'm screenshotting this. And I showed him the screenshot and he just started laughing at it because that's all it was. It was something...
Just a gun sticking, hanging
It was just a gun mantle poking out. It was dumb. So it looks like these screenshots that I might have of the Fangula actually might be on PC. Yeah, they're going to be on PC.
Yep.
So they're on my PC rather than on my Xbox.
I do have one. I do. Well, you sent me a picture of it on. Oh yeah, you did send it on.
Yeah.
PC.
Father Frost LTP and a big Russian name no longer share the same spot in the premium tech tree. Father Frost is this a Cold War? That looks like a Cold War. Fixed various shadow issues for the following tanks: the M60A2 and the Chafia 4. Nice to see, because this one is something that has had a couple of problems visually, and it's nice to see that. Fixed tracks clipping into the fenders of the following tanks. So little fixes. Tiger 2. I played the crap out of the tank. Surprised I never noticed it. The Caro D Assault P88, that is a tier 7. The FV215B, that's a tier 10. FE 4005 stage 2. Kind of funny, I'd never play these two tanks anymore, but nice.
Well,
Fix
the
various...
FV215B, just every time I play it, it gets set on fire.
Oh, well, of course, engines in the front. Look at the 780.
Yep.
780 gets set on fire all the time anymore. Just shoot him in the cheeks with a high explosive, and you're like, burn!
But it's really not a bad tank if it didn't get set on fire all the time.
Ah, too bad. All right, fixed various camouflage issues on the following tanks. Type 4 heavy. Fixed various... Okay, so maybe it's like the actual camo that you equipped on it. Type 4, the new TVP 100, T95 V6, the M60, the M48 A5 Patton, and the 113. Okay, so it looks like the FE 214 Conqueror Mark II, that's a Cold War tank, updated the turret armor collision for a specific panel to use the correct armor thickness. You see, they've had a lot of thickness issues over in Cold War. Same thing, like, and this is probably in relation to, like, where they updated the Type 5 and Type 4, how you can literally shoot a high explosive into the machine gun port and do full damage because its collision was only 10 millimeters rather than the 270 that's overbuffed on the Type 4 or Type 5 right now. IS-6 Black corrected the visual appearance of the following road wheels. Nice to see. IS-6 Hall no longer visually disappears on certain distances. Yes, that was hilarious each time that happened. The Mirage 5 corrected the tank image on the reel to match the model. M1 Abrams fixed the storage. Fixed the storage box collision on the turret to act as a spaced armor instead of a tank HP damage. Okay, nice to see that right there. Object 260. Barrel now visually aligns with the reticle. I'm going to have to play this thing. Barrel now visually aligns with the reticle. I played the 260 quite a bit. I didn't notice much of an issue with it, but I'm gonna play a match inside that and find out what's going on there. TR 580 MOE now displays the correct Eastern Alliance flag on the background. T11 OE4 MOE is no longer covered by the skin. Nice to see. They also should readjust the 705A because that thing looks like it's been compressed because it doesn't have anywhere to put it. T54E1 adjusted the text description to say heavy tank rather than medium because it was a medium. WZ111 tank model now uses the correct normal and destroyed stat. Huh.
Not sure what that is.
Okay, maps, Arctic region. Adjusted the rock placement at G1 to prevent tanks from entering the rock. Yes, you're able to enter rocks and fire through them, so this might be one of the ones that they fixed. Adjust a map label to prevent overlapping the base circles. Nice. Dual Capac adjusted the rock placement at F0 to prevent tanks from entering the rock. What's up with a lot of like rocks being just, you can enter them. Ghost Town. Added the breeze to gap the destroyed buildings at G4 to prevent players from getting inside the building. Great Wall. Adjusted the rock placement at F7 to prevent tanks from getting stuck on their sides. Yes, that's been a lot of problems because a lot of the environment feels like it's made of butter.
Right.
So, just saying. All right, Great Wall. So, Hafaya Pass, various spawn points are no longer floating. However, you remove this from World War II, so I don't really care. Helberon, optimize areas that were causing FPS issues when looking towards the town. Yes, remember that one, Blade, how I mentioned it?
Yep.
Yeah, that one was a big problem. Nice to see that they're finally addressing it. They did do a little bit of a fix on it, but then they kind of did something else that did fix the Series X, but the original Xbox was still having a lot of problems with it. So, nice to see that they finally, hopefully, fixed it. I mean, this is kind of like literally the update just launched, and there's a chance that it's going to be good or bad. It just depends. Highway adjusted the yellow dotted lines on the road to be straight. I never noticed that, but I guess someone that's like, this yellow line's off. My OCD is killed. you know.
Right? For some
Yeah,
people that bothers them.
it does. All right, so Casa Ryan adjusted the rock placement in D5 and G2 to prevent tanks from entering the rocks. There's a lot of rocks that you can enter, apparently. Rocks in
And shoot
G6
through.
no longer pop in and out of view at a certain distance. Render issues.
Right?
Lakeville, smooth the terrain at K2 to prevent tanks from getting stuck. Thank you. Mannheim, or Manhelm, however you pronounce this, adjusted the height of walkways along the channels to prevent tanks from getting stuck inside. So there was an issue I had on stream like a long time ago, like at the release of Update 6.0, and I took the ELC even 90, and I was going so fast inside this tiny little tank that I hit like a walkway, and I went underneath the map.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me that.
Yeah. I actually
It
had
was
the
like,
clips on
uh-oh.
Twitch. They're still there. So, okay.
This
Siegfried
is a problem.
Line adjusted the collision modules and physics regions for the bunker at G6 to prevent tanks from getting stuck. Nice. Removed the spawn point at 4A that was on top of the fence. Thropala Ridge. Tree at E6 now falls correctly on the ground when knocked over. And falling trees, that does matter because camo. Thank you.
Yep.
New contract, Ramrod. You guys know what the Ramrod is. We're not going over this. Whatever. Key cards, new drops. They change them all the time. We're not going to go over this. What's happening this week? I'm pretty sure we just went over everything that's happening this week. We're not
Pretty
gonna,
much.
We're not going to read through this. If anything, let's go ahead and actually dive into some gameplay.
You want to go over to Tanks of the Week?
Tanks of the week? No, no. What are they? You're there. You're reading it. You can go over tanks of the week, and I'll be dead quiet as I enter the game.
Well, I'm not on it actually right now.
Okay.
Hang on. I have to look it up, man. Sorry.
Oh
Dead
man.
air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
Weekly. I mean, most of it's just the same stuff. You know,
Yeah, like
weekly
honestly, the
stuff.
weekly deals. We can look at them inside the game once it loads. Speaking of which, that reminds me, is the update out, and that's why it's not loading all the way? That's funny, Blade. That's funny. Oh my god. Sorry about the language. Okay, let's take a look here. Everything's popping up. Let's take a look at my camera placement. There's a chance. We'll wait for Blade to log in. Okay, I'm covering my bear. Now I'm sad. That took a minute to load. Okay, yeah, okay, Stream Deck had a weird update. Now it removes the names from everything that I touch, and it's getting a little annoying now. Because my names are and everything on there. So I'm going to have to replace all that. They just literally updated the Stream Deck today, so kind of inconvenient. Okay, the names are not gold, like they were talking about. That's, okay, so it's white behind the gold. I like that. Because I thought they were going to say they're going to make the names gold, but it's not. Okay. That looks pretty nice. Okay, so...
Wow, this is a long intro, man.
You can skip it if you want.
I know, but I wasn't watching the stream, so I'm watching it. It's almost over.
Okay.
I just right back. Okay.
Killer P.
Yeah,
A couple of things they talked about improving. Alright, so actually, the commander's supposed to stand still, so let's actually go back to tier 8. I think we'll go back to the 50 TP, let this load in. Okay.
Man, this looks
I like
really
how the bear sits
good.
there. 3 levels of zoom. Hold it down to exit. Zoom out. I like it. It feels like it's still too zoomed in a little bit too far. I would like a bit further zoom out. But they like to show off their premium commanders. So, and rather than being straight on, I would prefer like a straight on point of view rather than a side point of view. So I kind of wish that they had the commander walking around a little bit. Like if you sat in one spot too long, had the commander like rotate to that side of the tank and walk over there. But that's probably like a lot of animation, and a lot of effort to put in for something that's simple. So, but then fully zooming in, where'd the commander go? Oh, hey, Blade, you join. Do I have to hold it again? Oh, it swapped garages by holding it again.
Holding what?
Okay, this is not. All right, this is a joke. So if you're platooned, you have to deal with the outside garage, not the inside garage. Blade, leave the platoon. And
Yeah,
I'm back inside the inside garage. Okay, so I don't care about the platoon garage. Can we get that removed? That'd be nice. I would rather see my teammates inside here, but I'd rather be able to stare intensely at my tank inside my garage rather than, getting locked out and not having access to this full on rotation spin that is actually really cool. I do like this garage. I'm happy they brought it back.
I do too. So I like it.
Season
I've always
pass.
liked that garage.
All right, let's go to tanks. Let's go premium. We're gonna scroll all the way to the top here, all the way to tier 10. Again, preview vehicle, the FV 4003 tier 10, with a lot of penetration and a lot of damage. What are we gonna be looking at? The reload on this thing. 26-second reload time, 2.31 aim time. That's a fast aim time for how big the gun is. Man, this seems scary. Module damage 244. What is the caliber of the gun? 165 millimeters. That's a big gun, and it's Hesh and Hesh. Yep, that's a big gun. Ammo speed though. That's really slow ammo speed. Premium bonuses. Nice to see this not making you a ton of silver. Problem though, it is a tier 10 that is in, I believe, the Ultimate Season Pass. Yes, it's in the Ultimate Season Pass. You get it right away for just buying the Ultimate. So I do have a problem with this. It's another tier 10 that literally, someone just started the game on the same day. They're just going to buy the Season Pass and have no experience at the game, and they're going to immediately have access to a tier 10. I completely disagree with that.
Yep, I think that is completely wrong.
So
completely wrong.
It's extremely wrong. Would you like to focus on the other topics that we had set up for the stream today?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're ready for that, we're ready to move on.
Yeah, and not to mention, we'll also do some gameplay behind it to show off what we're talking about. So I'm going to pull out the E75 TS, and we're going to play like a new player would. So that means that my crew is going to be getting removed from the E75 TS, and I'm only going to have access to 3 perks. So, oh, okay, there's the XP bar that they were talking about. Nice to see that. Little bar. It's actually really easy to see. However, there's a lot of blur moving through the rotation here. I'm a little bit... Okay, and clicking A on the tank immediately tries to throw me into a battle. Oops.
Yes.
I mean, of course it does. That's what it's made to do. Change commander, where you're going to throw on a 3-perk crew. I don't want to use a premium commander, but I think I might have to. Yeah, so we'll just... no, he's assigned to America. I don't want to spend gold. There should be one unassigned. Here he is. Okay, assign, continue. Skill-wise, we're going to do the basic skills, which is going to be 6 cents... not Will Mechanic. Will Mechanic is a gimmick, a joke, wasted perk. Track Mechanic. Along with that, so we got 6 cents, Track Mechanic. These are the 2 major perks. Along with that, rather than rapid loading, we're going to go after Born Leader to improve all crew skills. These are the 3 basic starter perks. Along with that, I guess the equipment-wise, it looks okay. But Subject 1. The pay-to-win advantage of premium consumables. So a lot of people don't realize this, but premium consumables, if you are not using these, you are losing a lot. And their excuse about premium consumables compared to standard consumables was the fact that standard consumables now apply bonuses. For instance, 10% repair bonus. Thing is, it's really hard to say it's worth it because the fact is, you use it once, and then you're done, and that's about it. So that's my issue with that. So we're going to be removing this, along with that, 3-perk crew, standard consumables. We're going to see how bad this gets inside the match. Blade, if you want to, go ahead and join the platoon.
Are you setting up the
No,
FE
I'm not.
4003?
No, I'm not buying that till tomorrow.
Oh. I had the money, so I just went ahead and bought it.
Okay, so I'm not buying you the season pass then. Okay.
No, you don't have to. I had 10,000 gold already, so
Okay.
I didn't have to. You don't have to buy it for me this time.
Okay. But so the pay to win advantage that we're talking about premium consumables is if standard consumables, and this is kind of my argument that to wargaming, if we were to remove the bonuses that they give and give them a 90-second cooldown timer, that would make the premium consumables, still valuable because they applied the bonuses and they recharge in 60 seconds, but the free-to-play consumables recharge in 90 and provide no bonus. I personally feel that's how it should be done. Blade, do you have any input on that?
Nope. Not
No?
at this time.
So you completely agree on that? And I mean, right now, we're going to be jumping into a game. I have only standard consumables on. Along with that, I guess, should we go full standard, like full on, like free-to-play aspects on things that I've heard? So, for instance, 27 standards, 10 premium rounds, 5 high explosives. That's what we're going to be doing. And this is on a tank that I actually say that I'm competitive in. But at the same time, you guys are going to see something about this as well. This is something else that we're going to be talking about later down the road.
Oh, yeah, without the premium consumables?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not right. There it is. It's like,
yeah, just grab a tank. So Blade's going to have premium. I'm not. And that's how this match is going to go.
Yeah, that puts you at such a disadvantage.
Huge. Okay, so UI-wise, their video was lying a lot. Their video made me super worried about going into the map and looking around. So I was a bit afraid of that. Default carbine mode controls, all the same. Nothing is different. Nice to see that they actually left the HUD the same. But I still would prefer the map kind of pushed down to the bottom right or expanded a little bit.
I don't know if it's me or what, but the maps look a lot clearer than what they were before.
Maybe.
A lot more detailed. Like they've improved the graphics a little bit. I mean, to me, that just... I've noticed that it just looks like, wow, this looks a lot...
I will try my best, Corporal. I will try my best. I will be careful. Speaking of which, how's the audio for the stream? Last week's stream, the game audio was super duper loud. OBS had a huge update that made capture cards audio automatically applied without any way to actually correct it with a filter properly. Okay. I mean, honestly, we already know the advantages of like premium consumables. They recharge. And if you get tracked out or you're going against somebody that doesn't have a premium consumable, for instance, artillery is capable of knocking out crew and damaging modules. So with the rate of fire increase that artillery has, free-to-play players suffer the most because you can no longer... Okay, the fact that that was yellow and then the way the map looks, I'm going to have to say that yellow is not a good call on that. I'm going to have to completely disagree. Why would you ram me? Oh, sad I missed. Speaking of which, this reload is absolutely disgusting. 11.7 seconds. Alrighty. Ooh, hit a wall. I'm playing like a Muppet right now, Blade. We should have had some warm-up matches, but it's really hard to have warm-up matches when the servers are down, you know? Oh, no. We're going to want to turn around. Look at how the spawns are. Also, there's only 3 heavies on our team and a lot of TDs. I didn't realize that, but no one went city. That light tank pushed through city. Like, I should have realized that right then and there, but I'm not paying attention to the map. That's kind of the entire reason why I would like to see a bigger
I was
map.
too busy looking around.
Yeah, I wasn't even
Like,
paying
man.
attention. Just gone, completely out the window.
Yeah, it's like, first match of the day. I'm still on my first pot of coffee, so,
Yeah, that's understandable. Hello, VK30.
Goodbye, BK30.
Yes, goodbye. Back to the garage you go. Well, at least he gets to, witness the improved garage, like the way it looks now. So, he gets to go back and experience it all over again. It's like a first-time point of view.
So they sent nobody in the city either? That's unusual.
So, Duckland, yes, the Roger Dodger is a reskinned version of the tank. And be happy that it's not like the Dread Dozer that has a built-in motor inside of it that actually affects the armor model. So there is that. So, greatest example right here. I have one use on my repair kit. Do I repair my engine and that's all I get to repair the entire time? Or what do I do? And this is my issue. My tracks are now gone. There's a tank back there that hit my tracks. Thing is that if I try to push right now, let's see if I'm clear. Let's actually go ahead and hold on to this. We're going to see where the shots come from. I don't know if it's right there. T78. Blade, can you push and hit the left side? Hit that Jackson.
I did.
No, the Jackson on my left.
Oh, hang on.
We're going to hit that engine because I don't want to get taken out early. Oh, that's nice to see. Tracks popping up right there.
I'm reloading.
Okay. You're going to want to turn and hit that Artie. As he
I
just...
am reloading still.
Be happy, Blade. He completely dirted that.
Yep, I know. That Hellcat
That
just bounced
reload is
off me.
super long.
Oh, look.
You got him?
I got one behind
He's a
me.
one-shot. You should be able to take him down. Good. $214. Sad.
Oh, sorry.
But the fact is, my repair kit's now gone. So if I get tracked or anything else that happens, I'm completely useless. Because there is absolutely nothing that I can do to benefit at all. Really weird match, Blade. Really weird match.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no one went city. And just really off.
I'm kind of confused. To be honest
I
with you.
am in the same boat as you. I don't know if I'm just as confused or not, but I am definitely in the same boat. And right here, the Minotaur got so overbuffed that you have to load premium to pin it. Minotaur and KB5, they're all the same. I probably could have pinned right there with standards. Since his lower plate, well, not lower plate, but his side armor was showing to me. Oh, your gun's broken.
He's trying to run away for some reason.
He's scared of my 278 hit points, Blade. And blind fire into the mini waffle. Also, 36 seconds before we lose.
Where'd he go? He ain't up. Oh, nope, he ain't up here no more.
Lovely to see that armor. Speaking of which, what's on base? Carnivon and Progetto 54?
Yeah, looks like.
18 seconds to get back. We're going to lose from base cap.
Yeah, because I ain't going to make it back. No way.
Yep. Good game. I wasn't able to show off like the disadvantage of standard consumables, but you guys get the gist of it. I do not have a replacement repair kit, so if anything else gets damaged, I am essentially useless the rest of the match. That is hilarious, and we did that on stream too. We lost, yet I had so much experience, I took first place. while playing
And we got a brothers,
almost
and we
fully
got brothers
free
in
to
arms.
play. Yeah. So.
I mean, we did our job. We killed 7, man.
Well, no one went city. Okay, what is this? I think I'm in a German tank, not a Cold War tank. So, Blade, pull up the stream real quick and look at this. So, a little bit of a bug here. I'm probably going to send this in. And I'm actually going to screenshot this real quick and then post it over on their Discord. That way they can see what I'm looking at myself.
What's that?
It's showing escalation. It's showing a Cold War mark right there, rather than a German mark.
Yep.
So that's a bug.
Yep.
That's a fast catch too. Okay, but yeah, just premium consumables, they are definitely pay to win. Sadly, I wasn't able to show it off that match. I don't have a whole lot of times. I don't want to stop and be like, oh, well, here, let's do this and do that. And, you know, I don't want to spend an hour trying to get it to go the way I want it to. But there's a lot of moments that it plays against you more than anything else.
I'll be right back. I gotta check on my wife.
No problem. What was up next? So this is, we already mentioned this. New players getting tier 10s in the season pass and Cold War Air 1 being able to earn tiers 8, 9, and 10 mercenary tanks. In my opinion, Air 1 for Cold War is considered tiers 1 through 3. So Air 1 should not be able to earn tier 8s, 9s, or 10s inside of the mercenary tank lineup. They should only be allowed to earn tiers 1 through 7. That way we don't have new players joining the game and there's a chisel contract going on. They start it and then all they do is play Air 1 the entire time and then they unlock the chisel within a month or a month and a half. In my opinion, that takes away from the value of the game and takes away from people who've been playing the game a lot longer and have invested a lot more time into the game. It's kind of it's an oversight, I guess is the best way to do it. I like the filter tab here. It's really colorful. A bit too much color for my taste. Kind of hard to see the tank names because the color's so bright. I kind of wish that they would take away this glow because that is really bright. E75TS, thank you. We're going to put the crew back on it. And then go from there. And last match. So this is the next subject. I'm probably going to wait for Blade to get back until then. But still talking about new players being able to earn tier 10 tanks.
You want to know what a
I think
Muppet
it's
I was?
wrong. What? What kind of Muppet were you?
If you're going to make coffee, you need to put coffee in the coffee maker and then make coffee. Otherwise, you just make, like, hot water.
I've never done that because I can actually see my coffee in there. Okay,
well, I mean...
Blade.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was coffee in there. I just didn't add more because I was making a second pot. So it just made, like, some really nice colored water.
Really nice colored water. Colored water. That's funny. All right, so next thing that's on the subject list, which is 3. Blade, we already went over 2, which was the tier 10s. We also mentioned that a little bit earlier in the stream, so I'm not really worried about going over it once again. So primarily, next on the list is the... Okay,
I'm back.
The disadvantage of 360 damage guns compared to 440, 390, 330, and 320 and 300 damage, respectively. So, 360 alpha damage guns, they are in the worst state they have ever been in the game, in my opinion. There is almost no advantage to them at all. If anything, it's nothing but disadvantages for these kind of tanks, and they find themselves suffering a lot more than benefiting. So I'm going to quickly pull up a couple of tanks that we're going to be using in this comparison reference real fast.
One of your favorites, even.
Yeah, the Crevettes.
The
E75.
No, the E75.
E75 TS is one of my favorite tanks in the game, which is why it saddens me to say this, but it's a fact. So we had 360 alpha, and keep in mind I've been playing this tank in PC. On PC, even at its worst, it's 9.2 seconds. At its worst. Its standard reload is 13.5 seconds. Okay, 13.5. The 50 TP with 440 alpha has a standard reload of 15.7. The AMX M449, which has a 300 alpha, has a standard reload of 10 seconds. So for 360 to 300 damage, we have a 3.5 second gap in the reload. Along with that, the Krievets 1, which has a 390 damage gun, has a standard reload of 12.3 seconds. So right here, we're already seeing a massive advantage in a 390 gun compared to a 440 and a 360 damage. So this thing is actually better than the 360 I just showed off. Come back right here. Actually, scroll all the way up to the top. Boom. Back over to tanks because I got a couple of tabs open. We'll do another tanks tab right here. And then on this one, we'll actually go USA. Heavy tanks. The example here will actually be the T-32 and the Chrysler K, along with the T-32 is already up. We got the Chrysler K, and the Sergeant Slaughter, because that's got the same exact gun. So the T-32, we're going to fully upgrade this, give it everything maxed out. This is 320 alpha with a base reload of 9.5 seconds. So right here, we have a 320 gun, which has a better reload than a 300 alpha gun that has a 10-second reload. Just on a... I mean, this is also a tech tree tank. It should be better for its reload, but it's like 7.1 seconds or 6.8 seconds inside the lineups and inside the matches with 320. And I mean, that's like with a gun rammer, with a fully trained crew and everything else. That's kind of where it's sitting. Chrysler K, which has a 320 alpha. Keep in mind, this 260 pin, I don't fear tier 10s inside this. I take them on, and I take them head on inside the Chrysler K. We're looking at a 9.6 second reload with 320 alpha. Okay. Sergeant Slaughter, we're actually going to have to equip the standard gun right here. Sergeant Slaughter is another 360 alpha gun. It has a 11.7 second reload. Okay. So you're starting to see this massive difference. The E75 TS, I've seen it pop up a lot inside of what they're talking about for buffs. A 13.5 second reload, okay, is just, it's not viable on these 360 alpha tanks. And keep in mind, I'm not even showing off the best one on the list. Let me scroll down to Italy. Basante C45. Blade, do you have any input on this tank?
So, which one? I'm sorry. What?
Basante C45.
Oh, the Basante. God,
Basante C45. Its final shell, which is...
play that tank.
I know I did. Its final shell, even with a 9-perk crew focused on reload, using a gun rammer, using ventilation, takes 17.5 seconds to reload. Its final shell. That is a 4-second disadvantage to the second worst 360 alpha gun in the game, the E75 TS. The Basante is unplayable. There's some people who enjoy it, even whenever it's fully buffed up. I'm talking fully buffed up, like 9-perk crew, rammer, ventilation. It still has a worse reload than the E75 TS that we just played with 3-perk crew. So, couple of issues there that I'm having. And the Krievets, I mean, this is a really good reload. 12.3 seconds base, down to 9.7 with a fully trained crew and with a gun rammer. I believe a gun rammer. I could be wrong. There's a chance I don't even use a gun rammer on the tank, and it's down to 9.7 seconds. And that possibility is actually really high. That's exactly what it is.
Wow,
so,
I got a lot of
Krievets.
A lot of unassigned
Krievets. My Kurt, where's my Kurt? I'm a blind guy today, Blade. I'm blind. There's my Kurt. We are looking at a 11.55 second reload without a crew inside of it. We're going to put a crew inside this guy real quick, and then we'll put a match inside the Krievets. Maybe not. We'll probably play the 260 because I redid some stuff. We are looking at a 9.7 second reload without a gun rammer. So, the 360 damage category for guns in this game is one of the worst categories because you got 320s that have almost a 4-second reload advantage to a 3-second reload advantage, and it's 40 less alpha. Same caliber gun. And then we have guns that have a 390 alpha that actually out-reload our tanks that have 360. So 9.72 on the Krievettes, and then we're going to bring Germany back up inside game, and we're just going to look at it inside the module viewer. Germany, E75TS, we're going to have to find it again. I should just did favorite tabs here. I have a gun rammer on here, fully trained crew, 9 perks, fully equipped, rapid loading, born leader, module viewer, 9.85 seconds. It is still slower than the Krievettes 1. That does 390. So 30 more alpha, faster rate of fire with a 122 rather than a 105. Personally, I feel that 360 alpha guns should meet the reload requirements of like 8.2 seconds to 9.4 seconds should be their reloads. And then 122 390 alpha guns, their reload should be in the range of like 9.4 to 11.5 in my personal opinion. And then 440 guns should be 11.5 to 12.5 reloads. And then 490s, you know, like 14 seconds, 13 seconds. And that's kind of how it should be, but it's not.
Talk much?
You know what? I've been talking a lot the past hour. Leave me alone.
I know. I haven't been saying a whole lot because, you know.
Yeah. Just letting me go because
yeah.
I'm just going for it.
Because you do so good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just like you say, how I love to hear my own voice, but I don't have audio feedback, so I don't even hear myself. I have closed back headphones. I can't hear myself talk. All I hear is vibration. Love it. Up next in the list was our fourth subject for the day is going to be Mark of Excellence. The change from 95 as the lie, like a 95 lie, which was actually 100% back in the day. So, for instance, like if you got a third mark in a tank and it said 95% in game, it was actually 90% of the overall actual mark value. And I believe that the lie is better than the truth because it makes it easier to mark tanks. It makes it to where there's not super competitive of people trying the gold mark right now. Because adding a gold mark and then adding that in kind of killed it for the community because you took away... basically, the average players struggle more now to obtain 1 marks than anything else.
Yep.
And Blade here, would you like to share your experience on that with your tier 9?
Well, with my Conqueror.
Yes, I'm gonna take a sip of a drink.
I 1-marked my Conqueror. It was at 67%. Okay, and if I go and look at it now, I'll have to go look at it. So we'll jump back here real quick. My Conqueror. Where's my Conqueror?
So what was the what was it at prior?
It was at 67%. 68%. 68.2% is what it was at when I marked it. God dang it. Nines.
Did you guys see that? I was zoomed in prior, and then I zoomed out. And AAA, I completely agree with you.
All right, where'd it go? Where's the marked thing at? I have to look.
Blaine's just blind. But what Blade was originally talking about was he had like 67% and it dropped down to like 48.
Yeah, it's at 52.3% right now.
Yeah. So
and I haven't even played it since I marked it. I haven't played it since I marked it.
It's gone down.
So it was at 67%, and I played that all the way up until I got my 3 tanks, and then I moved the crew and everything over to the Super Conqueror, and I have not played that tank but maybe 2 times. And and it just dropped like that. And I've had a bunch of tanks drop like that. I had a bunch of tanks that were really close to being 1 marked that are now 10% away.
And another thing that you got to account for, Blade, is that damage standing. Your percentage will always stay the same until you play a match inside of it and have it calculate the new damage standing.
Right. But I have played it.
Yes.
And that's when it really jumped.
It really dropped, like, way down.
Yep.
By the way, grab a tank. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Last thing on the list, because the mark, you know, like this has been talked about quite a bit. Last thing on this list is something that a lot of people might disagree or a lot of people might agree, is landing blind shots and knowing it did damage by showing the XP gauge saying that you landed, either you had a critical hit or you damaged a target. Beforehand, whenever you took a shot down range and you didn't see the shell impact the ground, like how it should be, where you see the shell impact the ground and like a little bit of an explosion on the ground, you missed.
Right.
But if the shell disappeared as it was traveling down, that meant that you hit the target. But now, it tells you that you hit the target, which means that you're going to continue to blind fire into bushes because you know you hit the guy in the bush. Shooting in the bushes was kind of a risk because you weren't able to know if your shell actually landed or if it hit a target. But with the mechanics in the game that they added 2 years ago in 6.0, and then the XP tracker that you now see in-game, it has taken away a lot of the competitive nature of the game. And it's sad to see that.
And now it'll even tell you if you ricochet. If you ricochet off it, it'll say, oh, it ricocheted.
Well, if you ricochet, it'll tell you.
Yeah.
It'll tell you that you ricocheted, but you don't know that you bounced off them.
Right.
Over on PC, I've been playing
you hit
PC the past couple of days, and it is absolutely amazing on PC compared to console. Like, the difference is night and day, especially on a lot of maps. My chair is really off. Sorry, I got distracted by shaking it a little bit. I need to tighten that. But, yeah, that's about it. The 360 damage guns in the game are some of the worst guns in the game. Fundamentally, don't get me wrong, even though we talk about that, the T54E2 is still considered one of the top performers on console, according to whattinfo.com, because it is actually a very competitive tank.
Yep, that it is.
Resume your journey on Wattinfo. I will actually bring this up after this match and show you guys what I am talking about based upon top tanks over the past 30 days on Xbox only.
Here it is. There's only 3 of them. Our matchmaking lately hasn't been too bad either.
Yeah. I mean, they talked about less artillery, but have we seen any? Oh, never mind. There's 2 in this match.
Yeah, shh.
Shh.
I'm
just saying too, Blade. I'm just saying
Prepare yourself.
Because
I am low tier. One's an 8, and the other one's a 7.
So we just got to be careful and watch out for the constant barrage that's going to be coming our way.
Yep. No, it's true.
Okay. And I absolutely love the Korea vets. I've invested like 640 matches inside this tank. More than likely, I will be doing an updated review on this tank because at the first time I reviewed it, I was in the range of like 100 matches, and my 600 match, I missed. My 600 match difference. There's a reason why I enjoy this tank so much. Artillery is aiming at me, and game is lagging. Look at that. Look at that. Lovely. And not to mention, I'm going to be getting hit again here in about... Whoa, my gun's locking onto some really weird things right now.
Oh, look.
AE Phase 1. Careful. Speaking of which, there's 106 flying down. See, 106 is totally fine, but then again, that is against a M4 Mile. They do have heavy armor. I'm actually going to go ahead and load premium in, because for some reason the hatch is appearing yellow in that AE Phase 1. Wow. I just need to back off because they are just going through me like paper. Don't get me wrong, 195 turret armor does kind of play against it, but the hardcore angles on this make it really good. Then again, I'm trying
Artillery
to use 5
is
degrees.
killing me. Look at this, just picking at me.
Hey, it tells me that
Yay,
your track's
artillery.
damaged. Oh, I like that. Astron Rex. Oh, never mind. Game lagging. He's ammo racked and tracked. Along with that, Udez game is lagging really bad. Welcome to the update day, boys. Alpha Panther. He's dead. Blade, your track's still damaged. I like that. It tells me what's damaged on my team too. That's really nice to see.
Look at that. And he just killed my spotter and my...
Wow, we are lagging.
Man, this is terrible.
The lag just got really bad out of nowhere too.
Yep, they can have the hill. Come get it.
Oh my gosh, look at this go. My tank's sliding. I'm not even touching the controller right now. Wow, that just played against me in so many ways. I'm probably dead. I'm lagging. Wow. I don't know what's going on, Blade. My bars are full. I thought I was hardwired. Oh, this is super bad. It's unplayable right now. Yeah, this is super unplayable. I'm not even touching the remote. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to drive forward. You can hear the audio, but you can't see me doing anything. And I'm pretty sure the lag right there lied to me that he's up on the top of the hill like that. Okay, you have no idea how uncomfortable it is that the tank keeps on driving forward even though I said to go backwards. Okay, it's 9-9 right now. This isn't very good. Oh, look, it's a heat round flying from him. That was super blue. You know what? This lag is killer.
I'm gonna make them push the hill. Come on.
99% of the time you go to the city. I'm so sorry, Saint. Blade, if my connection was a little bit better, I'd be doing a lot better, but currently it's oh my gosh. Speaking of which, Team Hurricane for the win. I don't care that Ragnarok won. Hurricane for the win. I even bought skins for my Korea-vets. And this lag is...
Wow.
This is beyond unplayable right now.
Why are you lagging so bad?
You should look at the stream at how bad this lag is. I'm just waiting for the Type 61 to pull out. Okay, is this gonna hit?
Yeah, the Type
Okay.
60. The Type 61 is shooting premium. Just so you know.
I have no idea where the angle of my tank is right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm very dead. Nope, I guess lag is saving me right now.
Nope. Sounds like you just died.
No, I am still alive.
Oh. Or did
Nope,
you kill
I'm
somebody?
dead. The turret issue? McDonald's Wi-Fi?
There you go, baby.
A little bit. It kind of feels like it right now. Okay, well, going ahead and jumping back. So talking about some of the best tanks in the game. Sorry, this list is super white. Top of the list, we're looking at the Bat Chat. And of course, you know, this is another 360 Alpha gun with a long reload. But the advantages that the Borask has is high concealment and a high skill cap. Its concealment makes a difference. But a lot of these heavy tanks that have 360 Alpha, the way that they're designed is not doing good at all. So on this list, we're going to be looking at the Ragnarok T-34-100, which has a 60% right now. The Borask has a 61.33. This is on Xbox only in the past 30 days. And the M41D, which is a light tank that's Chinese, has a 60.37% win rate. The WZ-121 GFT, which is a Tier 8 tank destroyer that's Chinese, has 1,000 matches, plays with the 59.27 win rate. The CS52 Lys, which is always maintaining a very decent win rate at 59.08. This tank is performing very well on console. The Type 59-2, which I still don't know why people play this tank a whole lot, because it technically just has like preferential matchmaking weaponry on it, 200 APCR pen. That's comparable to 196 AP and then 250 heat pen. It's just a really bad tank in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's sporting a 59.01 win rate. And then the M54 Renegade, which is actually the T54E2 Sergeant Slaughter, we're looking at a 58.71. And this could be due to the fact that it has an autoloader that's a 3-shot. And same thing about the Sergeant Slaughter, still sporting a 58.46 here on the top of the list, along with the Striker, the Inferno, Chimera, which is considered a heavy tank in this indicator, which is kind of funny. The LPC, sporting a 58.55 win rate. I think the LPC is one of the top tanks to recommend new players. The T-34-2, which is a Tier 8 Chinese medium, 58.53. A lot of Chinese tanks in this list. And then you got your Czechoslovakian tank right there. But scrolling down, Hawk 30, Centurion Rack, 5.1. It's a good tank. T-77, the HMH Model 58 light tank, Yazi Nomad 50 TB low, Chrysler K, E50L, the Dragon Lens C. The E50L, I think, is actually the preferential matchmaking Tier 8, but I could be wrong. Scourge Krievets, look at that. 2,000 matches played with a 56.92 win rate. It's up in the list too, top 20. But scrolling down, Roger Dodger E75 TS, here we go. It's sporting a 56% win rate. The thing is, though, is that this is only being played by a very small number of people who are actually progressively going out to try and mark the tank. So this is not like your group of people that's the average experience. 3,000 matches, okay, compared to the overwhelming matches inside of the M54 Renegade of 7,000 just in the past 30 days. Okay, just past 30 days.
Wow, that's a lot. I'll be right back.
Indeed. And then the regular E75 TS, there's a chance it's not even on this list. Because it's literally not played a whole lot. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere on this list. It's not even on it. They haven't played enough matches inside of it to even actually show it off. So we're going to come here. We're going to come down to me real fast. There I am. Going to select this. Today, not bad. 2 matches, 4,800 WN8. Okay, Krivets 1. I'm 29th in the world overall, all time. E75 TS, I am 8th in the world inside the base version of this tank. 8th with a 4,326 WN8. And I am sitting here telling you guys now, the tank needs a buff. A lot of 360 alpha guns need a buff. Along with that, the Roger Dodger E75 TS that I have not played in almost 2 years, a year and a half. I am 16th in the world inside this tank. Okay? So you're getting this from a guy who's top 20 in both those tanks all time for consistent statistics. And I'm telling you now, they are disappointing tanks whenever it comes down to thinking about them competitively. Because we have tanks like the Krievets here, which is sporting a 9.7 reload faster than the E75 TS, not to mention 30 more alpha. And then we have tanks like the M449, which is a French Tier 8. We'll actually go ahead and jump over to that too. That is sporting a 7.1 second reload with a 300 alpha, so a 3-second reload advantage for 60 less alpha. I would prefer the E75 TS with the 7-second reload doing 300 damage if it reloaded that fast. And we're going to be waiting on Blade. While we're at it, there was a tank on the list that I'm probably going to need to buy back, more than likely. And that's going to be the 430-2. I don't think I saw 430-2. I think it was this one, the actual 430 Tier 10. I don't think I saw -2. So the 430.
Yeah, it was the 430.
Just the regular 430 Tier 10?
Yep.
It is the Tier 10. Okay, well, you look at that. That's a lot of ammunition for a 390 Alpha.
Yeah, how much did I get?
50 rounds.
Ooh, what a reload time?
Fast.
and you'll probably need it.
7.14 seconds with a 390 alpha.
Nice.
Not to mention, if you run the 100 millimeter that only does 320 alpha, you're looking at 50 rounds as well. So I would recommend people to use the 122 instead. Okay, we're gonna put a match instead of this. What do I have on this? Camouflage net. Okay. I don't even have a gun rammer on this. Let's actually put a gun rammer. Let's just give this thing fully equip it for just rushing. Grievous 1. So it was like 7.1 second reload or 6 point something. It is now 5.4 seconds. 5.4 seconds with a 390 alpha? Hold on. 390. 5.4 seconds.
No.
Where's my patent? Let's put a crew inside my patent. .94 with the 390 alpha. Okay, that's scary. One thing I did notice though is that the 430 does have less penetration with that 122. It also doesn't support a heat round. Yeah, 246 and 311. I guess the reload advantage, I don't know if I agree with it though, because it's a 122. It's a 122 and the patent's got a 105. So I think that's a horrible comparison. K91. Okay, can I pause that again? Thank you. I hate that it shuffles. So 122. What would be a good comparison to this? That would be 140. No, that would actually be the 121. The 121. We're gonna put a commander inside this tank as well. We're gonna put in the competitive Chinese crew. Genius lately, TikTok talking Lena TV. Okay, and this is sporting a 6.83 second reload, but it is a 440 alpha, so I don't know if we have any 122s that are doing 390. A lot of 105s are doing 390. So, okay, the reason why I'm irritated by that is the fact that it's a 122, so here, we'll just compare it to a 120. 8.3 seconds without a crew, so with a crew we're probably going to be looking at like a 7 point something reload. But the fact that it's a 122, that's the issue. It can overmatch 40 millimeter plates, and it has a 5.4 second reload. So okay, that is an issue, in my opinion.
Did you look at this Centurion?
Which one? Oh, the new tier 10?
Yeah. It's got 185 pen with 1400 alpha.
Yep.
And then the premiums are 240.
Yep. At 1100.
1100.
Yep. Not to mention, you can spend approximately.
It does have a reload, a 24, almost a 25 second reload.
So Blade, you can spend $30 on the game, and you're brand new to the game, and immediately get access to a tier 10 tank. You're brand new to the game. You've never played it before. And that tier 10 is cheaper than any tier 8 in the game right now. Okay, so for instance, to buy the British Snipers packs that comes with the Excalibur and the Terrapan 1, it's 7,000 gold. It's cheaper to buy a tier 10 than it is a bundle pack.
That's hilarious.
Not to mention, it's cheaper to buy a tier 10 than it is to buy the newest release tier 9 Lorraine AMX M4. I'm just saying. It's cheaper it's cheaper to buy a tier 10 right now.
Sometimes I just don't understand why why would you put something like this in the game though? You know? It's a high explosive round, isn't it?
Justin G, so far, my Valkyrie's wings are a little annoying. I'd like her to be placed a little bit more right. So far, nothing super broken, except for if you want to go back a little bit farther, I am changing the description of the stream. People can just watch it and skip ahead as far as they want. This is too long to freaking go back and timestamp stuff. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's gonna be nuts. But yeah, Justin, so far nothing seems majorly broken, except for the 430's 122 that it just got access to. And I have not played it yet, but I'm gonna play it right now. You know what? Let's actually play it like a real uni, like a real uni would in this game. This is a lot of freaking ammo for this gun inside of such a small tank. I'm just going to do full premium.
You're just going to do a full premium.
45 rounds of premium blade.
Oh my god.
Oh, look, my wing's clipping through the barrel. Thanks for giving. Can you please put her on the left? That would be nice. She would be out of the way on the left and covering blade stick. Speaking of which, we're zoomed in. We're zoomed in right now. So there's a little bit of a bug going on with the garage. There we go. The bug's fixed. That's something they'll probably hot fix later down the road, but it's kind of annoying.
So how'd you back that up?
By exiting the screen and then holding in the right thumbstick to do the 3D view. And then it zoomed out. So the zoom kind of gets stuck inward, which is, I mean, it's a small UI bug, but her wing clipping through my barrel is obnoxious. Just saying.
No OCD there, right?
Blade, I just realized it. Another 360 alpha gun that sucks compared to this thing. Your Progetto has how long of a reload in your final shell? And I reload in 5.4 seconds inside this thing with 390 alpha, which is 30 more than what you got. There's the tier 10 difference. Compare the Progetto to the newly buffed Object 430.
Yeah, I'm not sure what my last shell is.
No, never mind. You're in a match. Yeah, Lance, if you want to join, thing is, if we die before you, we're just going to leave. Just saying. We're going back to garage.
Right? Let's see. First shell takes 13.8 seconds to load the first shell.
Hey, Blade.
Yes.
I'm loaded.
I'm loaded. One.
Still got 3 more.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If the Progetto reloaded like much faster, it would be a little disgusting.
10.3 for the second shell.
Yep. Which is super long. Should be like 9. 9.7-ish. But
It's
that's okay.
9.2 for the third shell.
Which should be like 8 something. Speedrun, I didn't even look at the shell velocity of these rounds, so I have no idea. Ah! It's fast enough to go hi and bye. Thank you, Tyran, for, you know, being one of the most broken tier 10s in the game.
Right.
Wow, and I set him on fire. Well, you guys, from what I can tell in just the short amount of time playing this, it is going to be very scary to go against 430s now with this 122. Tracks are broken. I reload in 5.4 seconds. We can keep him perma-tracked. I'm spotted, but I'm completely okay with that. However, it feels like lag might try to kick in a little bit. Look at that come down range. Pop in the repair kit to get the loader back in, and if I was free to play, I would not have a repair kit anymore. So, I guess it's a good thing that we talked about the free-to-play aspect, because with all of the HEs, like all the tanks that are HE focused right now, if you're using a regular med kit, you are at a severe disadvantage. You know, just saying. You know, like a severe disadvantage.
Okay. I'm alright with this. I got 2,600 spotting right now.
Thank you, Blade. I must be blind if you're spotting them all. Or you're helping out the team a lot.
Make that 27. I'm just sitting here spotting them out as I pull up.
Dude, this is the most disgusting 122 I've ever seen.
Spotted target hit. Spotted target hit. Oh.
They, like, did this even get super tested? There was a lot of stuff that got added.
That was a Tyran that just hit me.
Oh, because it's balanced. Remember that. Ooh, ammo rack. He popped his repair kit. Since he popped his repair kit, I'm going to pull right here and go tracky track. Oh, no tracky track. You know what? Let's actually get in close. Oh, ammo rack again. Oh, he is very upset right now. Let's go for engine.
Whoa! I almost drove off a cliff.
Sad part is, I will reload so much faster than him right now because he's ammo racked.
Man, I
Thank
can't
you.
pin anything. What is going on here?
Where am I aiming? Is the barrel aiming higher up than where I'm actually aiming? Let's check this. Shoot here. We're gonna fully zoom. Where does the shell go? Right where I aimed. Okay, but maybe not. The shell looked like it went higher. Like visually, it went higher. Kind of wondering about that now. Seems like stuff is doing some weird things, but I could be wrong. I don't play the 430 a whole lot, so I'm not used to the armor model on this. Okay, I'm aiming at the hatch. Don't get me wrong, dispersion values will play against us, but let's check. Aiming at the hatch. Aiming at the hatch. Aiming at the hatch. Thank you for the high explosive. Let's aim lower. Oh, are you kidding me? Did you really just ram me? You just pushed me out and exposed my lower plate.
Yeah, because, he's more important than you.
Yeah, he wanted the shot, so he pushed the tier 10 that could pin out of the way. Yep. The lower plate got hit. But, Blade, can we go into a custom games? Anyone else that wants to join inside custom games? I'm going to go open one up real quick. I want to test this gun real fast inside of custom games. Something feels off.
What gun? Oh, the
122 on the 430. I mean, I just did 5,700 with it, but something feels off. So anyone who has a 279E and you guys want to join inside of a custom games, that would be nice. I'm going to go ahead and start this room up. Blade, go ahead, join custom games.
Mm-hmm.
So to anyone that has a 279E, I would like to... Oh, it's Cold War. I hate that. Can we please make it to change the settings to go World War II standard? Please? Because I get confused trying to change this. Light tanks...
What do you want
tanks,
me in, the
everything
279E?
allowed. Yeah. Yeah, pull up the 279E. And then I'm pretty much going to be changing everyone over to the opposite side. Swap entire team. Oh, I like that. Swap team. Yeah, swap entire team. That's going to make it way easier for comp to handle that. That's going to be so beautiful. There you go. They did this. Okay, they did a lot of things. That's going to be really nice for streamers, really nice for comp and competitive gaming. For instance, Map Fight Battle League. If you guys like Map Fights Battle League, I absolutely enjoy them. I think that's fantastic that they're actually working on the comp settings and everything else. So we're going to be doing a lot more streams instead of map fights and taking care of that. So live over on Twitch, if we're going to be doing that. I mean, even if you don't have a 279E, the only thing that you really got to do is like, let's say like a Type 5 would work as well. Emblem voucher, cosmetic voucher. Is that PlayStation? 9-year service stamp. That's PlayStation. Why am I getting the PlayStation ones? I'm really confused now. I have not played it yet, Justin, and I will not get it until tomorrow because I don't get paid until tomorrow.
I have a crew on my 2790. Guess I don't need one.
Yeah, the 780 works. Yeah, just grab your 2790. Doesn't matter if you have a crew or not. Speaking of which, we're going to do a close map. It's going to make it real easy to move around. So standard battle, we're going to go winter, Arctic region, cliff.
Child support.
Cliff. We're going to do cliff. Yeah, it's hilarious because that's actually corporal. All right, launch game. Here we go. Cliff, just meet me down Death Valley. We're going to test out this gun. Something tells me it's actually aiming higher than where the reticle is actually placed. That's what it felt like in game. Justin, it seems like another easy to get tier 10. That's actually the easiest tier 10 to get in the game now for 6,000 gold, cheaper than a freaking bundle. It's in the Ultimate Season Pass, so it's beyond easy to get your hands on.
How come it yells like I'm got a crew on it when I don't have a crew on it?
Well, because you have a ghost crew.
Ah,
What, do you just want it to be gibberish by that point? Hello, 780. Stop.
kill
Stop.
him! Oh,
Pull out in the open. We're just going to do this real quick. Come to a stop. We're going to try this. I'm actually going to aim. Don't move. Let me do this. Stop. Child support. Ah! Stream delay. Move your gun out of the way. Actually, we'll just use his gun. Okay, so this is decent range. We're actually going to back up a little bit. We're going to see if it is pinpoint or if it's going to be going over. Okay, so we're hitting the gun directly. Then what was my issue aiming at the 279E? Just dispersion? It must have been dispersion. It was really weird. Hold on, hold on. Something else. Max out the gun depression, because I was using max gun depression. Blade, you know how hard it is to readjust my gun with a broken track?
well, at least I didn't shoot your lower plate.
I think I would have preferred it.
Okay.
Alright, how about you stop?
Oh, you killed my commander.
Good. Okay, what was going on in that last match then? I'm really confused. By the way, 780s, I'm not a big fan of them, because if you aim somewhere around this area, you'll set them on fire. Alright, so last match, it was just a fluke then. It felt weird, though. Yeah, it was really strange. Same with the other hatch. Okay, can you stop? Because I would like to...
Okay, I stopped. You can go ahead and kill me now, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to kill you. That was just really weird. Because inside that match, it just felt like the gun was placed higher than the reticle. You think it could be something to do with the map?
Maybe. Could have been position.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, if you're not fully aimed at the 122... Suddenly lagging on your end, I'm sorry. Yeah, that shell's going way low. Unless it's ricocheting off your little bottom piece. You can pin that thing. Okay, go ahead, kill me.
But what?
You see, Blade's old. He's so old that Lance heard me with the stream delay before Blade registered what I said.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Okay.
You were quiet. You were very quiet.
All right. Well, that was really weird inside that lineup, but nice to see that we corrected it. It could be map related though. So I mean, the only way that we can really test it is to play the same map and try and recreate the situation that I was in. So I'll do that later whenever I get up later in the day. But Blade, go ahead, join the platoon and back and open.
Sorry.
And then on that new Centurion that came out, the tier 10, I will actually, I will get to work on recording it tomorrow and getting matches out on that tank. And get a review out by Friday. Or at least try to get a review out by Friday. Child support, where are you? Oh. I think you might actually be a recent.
I have to admit, I do like the
You are
garage
in a
now.
recent. That is nice to see.
I like the way they're doing the garage now. I like the flags behind the tanks, like they are.
You wonder how it's going to affect Air 3? It's probably going to be way too effective. Like, more than likely, it's going to be redonkulously strong. Okay, I can't use my... Okay, my D-pad's working now. That was weird. Season reward details. Let's take a look here. Oh, wow. It's super zoomed in. 580. Okay, 415. Is the armor behind it? Is it spaced? No, that's 580 direct. Okay. Nope, you got 25 millimeters behind this.
So not only did I get a medium that does great alpha, but it's a medium that's got the armor of a heavy.
Oh, and a lot of spaced armor, so it's going to be like anti-explosive.
Yep.
Sorry, Lance, but no. No party invite.
Be right with you, baby.
You know, Justin, one of the greatest examples of like what they showed, go look at the Orochi Tier 8. It was supposed to be a Tier 7, but instead of being a Tier 7, they decided to just bump its armor up everywhere, except for the sides, and give it a Tier 8 tag. So, still has the Tier 7 side armor, making it really hard to play. Oh, wow. Blade, there's so many brand new HE Tier 10s in the game. Holy crap. Isn't it exciting to know that this Tier 10 is so easy to obtain that you could spend $30 on your first day playing and buy it? There's 4 on our team. Then there's 6 on the enemy team.
There's 10 of them. That's stupid.
I might wait to do my review on this tank because right now is a horrible time to try.
I may wait a couple days before I play 10s again because, wow.
Should we just start, like, maining Tier 7 for a while so we don't have to see them?
Right?
Jesus.
Let them cool their jets a little bit? Holy cow.
I think this week's going to be horrible. It's going to be nothing but HE hell.
It is.
Like,
almost makes me want to put
legitimately.
Makes me want to put a spotlighter on.
So, HE everywhere. Yes, Justin, yes. Not just that, Hull Down no longer exists today. Oh
right?
my god. Just saying. Speaking of which, I forgot to look at the shell velocity of this, but it seems decently fast. Also, another thing is, it seems really, really wonky. You gotta fully aim in. That could be one of the problems. You gotta fully aim in. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I'm so sorry, Chisel. Did you just get slapped by like 5 HE shells all at the same time? Or, just one? Ooh! Ooh! Was that a 4005? Or was that one of the Mervs? It must have been one of the Mervs, because that's 1400. That's a mild low roll in the standards. Oh my gosh. I don't know about you, Blade, but the amount of Centurions. That was you? Nice. Nice.
Oh, I am so afraid to pull out, man.
Yeah, the ARVs, I am gonna have to say no. No to that. The AVRE. Centurion. Yeah, they need to stop giving away Tier 10s, because this is like giving it away.
Yeah.
I can already imagine it now. All the 9-year-olds that play the game. Mom, Tier 10 for $30. Sorry, I had to. And you're going to have a lot of people just buy this tank and be like, it's the only 10 I have. So we're probably going to be seeing it get buffed in about 4 months, like the version 5. Ooh, really not so snappy gun. That actually played against me more than anything. I don't feel comfortable staying right here because of the amount of HE that's in the game right now. I mean, we've already complained about how much HE is being used in this game, and look at this. There's even more HE now.
I know, right?
Oh, and I bounced. And it seems like they got really good concealment, too, so you got these big super derp guns that you can't even spot out properly.
Yep.
So... Ooh. It's like a Type 5 with more camo. And a longer reload.
I'm going to make a mistake.
More than likely, yes. Alright, this gun is not snappy in the slightest. That first match initially in this was a lie. In a lot of ways. Okay. Hello. A lot of haul down mediums in the back of the map for once. First time I've ever seen that. It's faster than a Type 5? I don't think it is. It's got a 25-second reload. Oh, speed-wise, it's way faster, definitely.
Yeah, I can't shoot what I can't see.
I know, and you can't see any of them. Is he right here? Taking a guess? He is no longer there. I just... Oh, you meant moving? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Like, mobility-wise, definitely faster, but just the reload's longer. Actually, Lance, you're inside the game right now. How fast is the tank going forward? If you have time to type that out in chat.
Making mistakes.
If it goes 35, that would be pretty balanced, but still,
Making
1400 damage is
mistakes.
a lot of freaking damage.
Making
And the
mistakes.
fact that they're selling it for gold, another tier 10 that you can buy for gold. Slow but 50, you think? Okay, so it's got a horrible power to weight. Yeah, and the fact that they're selling it as a premium tank, they're not ever going to be able to nerf it, or they're probably going to just not ever nerf it. But the fact that they're essentially giving it away, we're going to be seeing it get buffed for no reason at all.
Oh, look at that. And from the side, because I can't see over there.
And I don't want to pull out too far because the last thing I want to do is get just derped nonstop. Like, this much HE is just not healthy for the game.
Wow. That is just gross.
How hard did you get hit?
Well, I mean, they were only hitting me for like 400 to 500 a shot, but still.
Yeah, and if you have spaced armor on him like the Chieftain, then you're just never going to take full damage because that thing's got butt implants like the Sheridan.
Yeah, because that's what it makes me want to play. Wants me.
Main something with a lot of spaced armor.
Yep.
Get that defense against HE. I'm afraid to pull over.
Yeah, that. And then they got.
Finally, it's on the Grand Cold War tanks. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go back to playing PC for a couple more days.
Oh, yeah, that's just horrible.
It does only have 8 degrees of gun depression, though, I think. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that.
You're
So
welcome,
many
brother.
HE rounds flying from everywhere. They got a decent amount of concealment, and on top of that, they go 50. Even with a bad top speed, 50 is still 50 on flat land. It makes them mobile on flat land. And then with a good enough concealment, that's a really big gun for no reason.
Well,
Yeah.
don't back up. Stay behind that rock.
336. I mean, to be so negative this match. I hate shooting nothing but premium, but...
I mean, I don't know how good their camo is, but evidently their camo is pretty good.
Yeah, so far it's pretty good. I mean, didn't they learn with the BZ-176 over on PC what it's like to give HE high pen? I mean, come on, dude.
I know.
Like,
That's got to be the highest. That's got to be the highest pen in the game for HE.
Yeah, for tier
185
8. Well, no, for tier 8. I'm talking about the tier 8 new tank over on PC. Like, literally, it's a tier 8 that over on Locos Replays, it already has a 10,700 damage match. Yeah, talking about nuts. You're probably going to see QB covering that match either today or like sometime in the next week. That's how ridiculous that match was. Oh, are you kidding me? What is that? Okay, it's an M47 Arnie. That's a lot better than just getting HE'd nonstop.
He hit that heavy for 1,000.
Yeah, it balanced? I think so. Blade, I think so.
I think they're ruining the game. I think they wanted. Sometimes I think they're trying to ruin World War II to promote Cold War.
That's what it feels like.
Doesn't
It does. I will not lie, dude. It does. It feels like World War II is just like a testing ground now. I mean, look at the Tyran. You know, Tyran's a great example. The Tyran, the new Centurion. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, once the Centurion calms down, there won't be much of a problem. But as of right now, this
it's a
is
novelty for everybody.
ridiculous.
They're gonna play the heck out of it.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, I might take a couple days off.
Yeah, like this
Let
is
this
this
cool
is
down
a
a little
lot
bit.
of HE. All right, well,
And from
back
what
to
I'm
Garage.
seeing of it, I don't even want to play it.
Actually, real
I'm
fast.
not even sure I'm going to set it up.
Tinkopedia. Let's actually go. It's UK. Medium. Heavy. Medium. It was here the other day. It is a UK tank, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, UK. Medium tank.
Yes.
It's no longer on the store. I can't look at the statistics of it. They removed it.
What do you want to know?
I wanted to look at its power to weight and everything else from the viewer here, and it's not there. I took it off the webpage.
Can you look at it in the store?
Probably. I mean, but that takes away from what I was trying to do. Camo-wise, 365 still concealment. Okay, so 365. There's a couple of tanks.
With a full crew, I bet that's a 21-second reload.
Oh, no, it's probably faster than that.
Is it faster than that?
Oh, it's faster. Because you got to remember rapid loading, born leader. Gun rammer. The gun rammer is going to take off 2.5 seconds by itself. They're probably looking at what, like a 17, 18 second reload?
Yeah, it's 24.93 with nothing on it. Not a crew, nothing.
26 seconds is what I'm looking at.
Mine's 24.93.
You have a gun rammer?
Do I have a crew on this? I didn't put anything. Oh, it's got the crew. It's got the.
Oh, it's base crew that comes with it?
Yeah, the crew that comes
And it already
with
has
it's on.
perks equipped? Does that crew come pre-equipped with perks?
No.
No perks.
No perks.
No consumables. Take a screenshot of that if you can. Take a screenshot of in the garage, the crew, and then the tank, and I'll look at them later. Because 24, that's kind of weird, because I'm looking at 26 seconds right now. Power to weight wise, 12.2. That's not bad for 48. That's not bad. Like 12.2, that's a maintainable power to weight. Does the Earthshaker have less? Speak of the devil. 13.42. Oh, yeah, it's... Ooh. Yeah, okay, that is... Ouch. And that's with a power terrain equipped to mine.
Its max speed is 48.
254, 235, 203. Thing is that this thing's going to be able to counter trade against anything in the game and not care.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really. 365 still concealment, though. I'm trying to think of, like, what can we compare that to? The Bellerophon? 375 on the Bellerophon. I don't think we can use the Bellerophon to compare. Huntsman. Huntsman would be a decent comparison, because this is, what, 365? Right? Was it 360?
Yeah, with nothing on it, 365.
Yeah, 365. Yeah. I'm looking around for a quick tank real fast to do a comparison on concealment. That's 333. It's a bit too low. Chieftain T95. That's 398. Centurion.
The
rack.
AX
The
is
rack.
349.
The rack. The rack would be a good comparison to find out the concealment. Because it's got the same exact... Yep, there you go. Same exact steel concealment. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a 3-perk crew on this. Hello, 3-perk crew. I will actually reset you later. But starting off, we're just going to do easy peasy camouflage expertise. Camouflage expertise seems like it'd be the only one that would be beneficial to actually show in the statistics. Green thumb I don't think applies. It would just be... and silent driving. So these 2 perks right here. And then along with that, we're going to trade out the rammer for camo. 356. See, that's not bad still concealment. You know, it's not good, not bad. And this is without camo, so we're just going to throw camo on 1 slot. Okay, now it applied. Everything just applied 304. That's actually really good still concealment, not to mention on the move with this loadout. 312 on the move. Okay, this thing has actually got really good concealment for what it is. So yeah, that tier 10 has got a really, really good still concealment and moving concealment if you do that setup I just showed. No, I believe it only has 8 degrees of gun depression, Justin. I won't have to tank until tomorrow. And I'm definitely not playing the game until, like, Friday. I mean, everything's taking a year to load right now. A lot of people are logging in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give this a couple of days before I do anything, that's for sure.
Lance, over in Discord, didn't you post these statistics of this tank prior? I believe you did. I'm just going to take a quick gander in general chat. I do think you posted the statistics. 10 degrees of gun depression. Okay. Because I remember reading somewhere that it was going to have 8. And I see 10. So I'm a bit lost. Okay, yeah, I just looked at those over there. Yeah, a bit disappointing that the thing is just that redonkulous. Just saying.
Yeah, it's a scary tank, man.
Yeah, that is really scary. And I'm getting real sick of seeing how zoomed in stuff is right now. There we go, zoom out. I guess let's go play a tier 8 and see if we get up against 10s. And I can already tell you now, 240 penetration on that thing with this mobility is going to be really scary because I have 1,400 hit points inside my LPC and over the side. So what about the front? The front's probably going to be worse. I mean, yeah, over the front would be crazy. Over the front should be like 5. But the fact that they're selling it for gold, dude, they better nerf it. Same thing about the Turan. They better nerf them. Nerf the ever-living hell out of them.
Right. They all... Yeah, that...
I mean, so far Centurion, let's not talk about nerfing just yet, but its mobility and damage and pin, that's a lot of combinations on that tank that's going to make it, like, not care if it takes a hit charging you. Because if it gets your side armor, you're just going to go boom.
God, I'd be afraid to... I'm afraid to play anything.
Its power to weight, though, will play against it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, its power to weight will definitely play against it at 12.2.
Well, it's heavily armored.
Yeah, it's got a lot of space protection.
Yep.
It zoomed in.
So,
again.
yeah, I would expect the power to weight to be really bad.
But it's still a Centurion turret, so it's got good armor. With a 165 millimeter gun? What the heck?
Yeah. I shot at it 3 times. I didn't pin it with my Pagetto shooting standards.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of against it.
I tracked him, but that was all.
Against tier 10s, there are 2 of them on the enemy team. This is good. More than likely, they're not going to go city. They're going to go 1-2 line, so that's where I'm going. I'm going to play aggressive on the 1-2 line.
I don't think
tier 8 dominant match too. A couple of tier 10s. They're going to be farming.
You know where they're going to be? They're going to be right here at
Right in the middle.
yep.
Now that I think about it, they're going to be in the middle.
Yep, F67 is where they're going to be at.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area.
So I'm going to use my power to wait and see if I can beat them there. All right, enough of Zach Bryan. He's been playing for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, like I started to hear his live performances. They're not bad. Like all of it's good. Leave me alone, Blade.
Oh look, there's one already. Nope, it's a T-44.
And I'm already spotted. Gonna premature reload because I fired off one round. Expecting that light tank to pull up on me again. I don't think we can get shots right here, but I'll try and early fire. Sadly, that did not do what I wanted to do. Welcome back. It's nice to see that right below the screen, it's actually telling you what's damaged. That's really nice to see. Rather than, because like you would never pay attention to the top left because your eyes are always on the target. So that's good to see that they did move that right below. That's actually that's quality of life on crack right there. That's probably one of the best quality of life updates they've done in a while. Ultimate Season Pass on sale all the time, dude. 6,000. 6,000 is the base cost. Like the entire season, it will be 6,000 same. Yeah, the whole season. And that is 8 weeks. Which is funny how they said they're going to bring back the 8 weeks, but every single one's been 8 weeks. The last one was 8 weeks. Ah, sad face. Hit the tracks.
Oh, look, I just got hit by something that just hit me for 800.
Where are you at? You're right there. Probably one of the TDs in the back.
Well, if he did, he hit me with a splash because...
Ammo rack and track. You're going to want to back off, definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Lance, coming over. His engine is out.
That Strum Tiger splashed me.
Beautiful hit. There's an Emil 2. I would say that you should. Honestly, the Ultimate Season Passes are worth the pickup every single time. Just because they're cheap compared to anything else. In all honesty, for what they are. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's a Cold War tank inside the Season Pass, the Ultimate Season Pass, I don't buy it. This is uncomfortable. It's 8 to 9 right now. This is not going too long. Looks like we took over city. I'm going to fall back a little bit. We'll start loading in the premium rounds and head around to take on the heavies heading to our base. No guarantee I'm going to be able to do a whole lot, though. Lance, if you're capable of falling back without dying, I would recommend to try and do so. Try and get into, like, C5. There's some better pushes in that area. Dark games played, though. I have so many tanks with 0 dark games. Alright, like 0 damn games? Did you mean to say, like, damn instead of dark? M48 120. I gotta say, the reload buff they did on that thing is amazing. A lot of space armor. Let's see how well my heat rounds perform. They're probably not going to perform at all. Never mind, there's one pin, but that was almost flat on to the front. Scary, scary, scary to be spotted right now.
Yes, it is.
Beach party. 0 games played, okay. Yeah, dark games is really confusing. You know what? Let's take a look here. Oh, there's a bush in the way. Snapshot? Nope, lots of space storm. We're going to load in the standards, because I think I'm going to have to use those against those. Because I got a lot of space storm in the front. Ooh. Your gun's broken, your track's hit. How does that make you feel?
Yeah. And I can't see where he's at.
I love how you censored yourself. Like, you had me hesitate there for a minute, like, oh, is he going to do it? Wow, that splash. Speaking of which, I didn't even look at the splash stand, like the splash effect on the HEs on that. They're Hesh though. Their splash shouldn't be that good. Really, really slow match right now.
Yeah, because everybody's afraid to pull out.
Yeah, it's 8-6 right now. I got a decent amount of hit points, but the thing is, they still have a Centurion up that can one-shot me. So, do I want to pull? Not really. See, and this is... Those tanks are going to slow down matchmaking quite a bit, too, because of that. Just for the memes? Heck yes, I ain't do it. Just for the memes. It's probably the greatest reason to do it. Now, I might relocate far left. T41E1 is still up and running, so far left would be a good choice. He's a one-shot. I have 2 opportunities to kill him. Ooh, M48 120 putting in some work on that backside.
I can't get a shot on him either.
Yeah.
I've been trying.
Make sure you're loading in the premium so you get that like 900 shell velocity. Rather than like the 500 that you get with your standards. Oh. And there's the 780.
Oh man, he would just pull out.
Thank you, 780, for hitting my roof. I don't know if that was a premium or not, but kind of got the feeling it might have been. Get a cut around the far left. See if I can get some side shots on that 780. I think I already have some. Let's get behind the bush. The strikes. Let's go for an overmatch in the Under Armour. Sad. Side of the turret. Side armor. Oh, I rushed those shots way too fast. I should have taken my time. I'm loading the heat. Yeah, he knows exactly what's going on. He doesn't want to be involved. Oh, look, the reload glitch. Uh-oh. 0 seconds. It's something small. It doesn't affect the gameplay, but it's annoying.
Oh.
Got a decent amount of high rolls in. There you go, Blade. No, not Blade. Oh, no, that's not good. Our light tank's out. I'm in their base. I didn't even get in the base. Well, who's with me? M60? Okay. Premature reload. I'm gonna get hit. No, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I tensed up. Brace for impact. Oh, okay, never mind. There are Centurions out. Let's go ahead and start the reload again.
Oh, and then all I did was tracking? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to take one shot from that 780 to put 2 of mine into him. You try to pull that hill, you will die. Good game. Good game. Tier 8's for the win, Blade.
I didn't really do a whole lot, to be honest with you. Which one I
cough.
had to. I bounced a bunch of shots.
Yeah. Yeah, almost 4,000. Then again, it is the LPC. This thing is an absolute powerhouse of a tank. Mastery. Oh, look, it's the escalation crap again. So yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. It's something small, but it's there. That's annoying. Yeah, Centurions, they're hitting hard. Look at that, 4,500 on this one. Alrighty. I don't know about you, Blade, but it's 9:08, and I'm usually in bed like an hour ago.
I know. I was wondering
Yeah.
how long you were going to stay up.
Not much longer. I'd say. You guys, thank you for jumping in. After the stream, leave a comment on your guys' opinions about what we talked about earlier if you were here during the time, to give you guys an update. A couple of the subjects that we focused on today was the pay-to-win advantage of premium consumables, because they truly are pay-to-win right now. New players getting tier 10s in the Season Pass, in this instance. The Ultimate Season Pass being the cheapest tier 10 to ever get in the game. Along with that, and Cold War Air 1 being able to earn up to 9, 10, well, like 8, 9, and 10. You know, like they're able to participate to earn 8, 9, and 10 mercenary tanks. I think that should be locked to Air 2 and Air 3 only, not Air 1, in my personal opinion. Along with that, the third thing we mentioned was the disadvantage of 360 damage compared to 440, 390, 330, 320, and 300. The reload difference on a lot of those. Your 360 alpha guns are matching the reloads of most 440s and 390s, while your 300s and 330s between that category of reloads are in the range of 7.1 and lower. So I kind of feel like 360 should be within the 9 to 8 second range, or the 9.4 to 8.1 range of reload. That's kind of how I feel about those
Why
guns.
is the... I thought only mercenary tanks were going to be contract tanks.
They are the only contract tanks.
No, they aren't.
Is there
There
more?
is an Eagle 7 here that is an American tank. And it is...
In the mercenary tab inside... Yeah, see, it's not
But
inside
I mean-
here. You're talking about the challenges. They're giving one away right now. So you got to do the challenges to earn it for free. Along with that, the mark changes. We've already mentioned this before. 95% base to true 100. I would prefer the fake 95. That would be a lot better. Along with that, landing blind shots and knowing that it did damage by it showing XP and informing you that your shot hit, rather than removing that and making it to where you had to take a guess if you hit or not. I kind of feel like the XP in game takes away from balance of using concealment and everything else. Along with that, I get spotted, I take a blind shot, I hit the guy because it's the same spot he's pulling out to shoot me every single time. I just wait to get spotted, fire, and I do 1,500 damage. This happened the other day inside my Rocerante on, I can't remember the map, but it's something that does happen. And I personally feel like it is a big problem in game that we see experience counters popping up for getting blind shots. That should be removed, like how it used to be 2 years ago. So, a couple of things to focus on, small subjects. Other than that, I will catch you guys live next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, it won't be as long. We're just going to cover the little bit of updates that are going to be going into the game, maybe some balance changes. Hoping to see some more Reforged start to pop up and everything else. But other than that, catch you guys later. Leave a comment on this, on your guys' opinion about this season and the things that we talked about. Catch you guys later.
Have a good one.
The old-fashioned way? Same. Same. It was a pain.